You send me that love, Adrian. Yeah, boy, sliced bread. What's happening out there, ladies and gentlemen? Skate mouth. Cock-a-doo-doo. Thank you for those heartbeats, everyone. What's up with you, Big Vucci? Huddle Heidi sending me some love. Thank you so much. Roy Gunn, welcome. Adrian Rouse, welcome. Cock-a-doo-doo, welcome. TM7, thank you for sending me that love and welcome. Jlar, thank you for your heartmeat. Thanks for your love and welcome. Hot Wheels, I think you're popular, my friend. What up, John Taylor? What up, Carlos? What up, Hot Wheels? Roy Gunn sending me some love. Thanks so much, guys. Equine Jules, thank you for sending me your love. Thanks for joining in. Hello from Walla Walla, Washington. What up, Kevin in Walla Walla, Washington? What a fun name to say. Hey man, where are you from? Walla Walla, Washington. Wait, what did you say? Walla Walla, Washington? That's awesome, Kevin. I want to say that. Where are you from, Tristan? Walla Walla, Washington. It's like WWW something. Okay, who came in the room, made it so hot? Was it you, Robert? Was it you sending me that heartbeat? Who made it so hot in here? Whew, I'm cooking up all of a sudden. The second the spotlight goes on. God damn. Whew. You guys are just too cooking hot for me. Must have been Robert when he entered the room. Steamed the place right up. Switch, what up, buddy, and welcome. Cock-a-doo-doo, nice to see you out there. TM, Sliced Bread, Davey Moores, thanks everyone for joining in. Don't be afraid to share the live at the bottom of the screen. Thank you, Davey Moores, for sharing the live. When you guys share the live, it helps boost my page. When you send me those heart me's, it helps boost my page too. Thank you. Elevate, thank you so much. Switch, thanks for that heart me. Robert 72, thank you for your heart me. Thanks for that love. Dom, good afternoon. It is a fine Sunday. It was actually really nice outside today. I spent the morning cleaning my car, the inside of the car, so detailing it, shining up all the little nooks and crannies and that kind of thing, which is nice. You know, I enjoy that kind of thing sometimes. It's a great day, Hot Wheels. That is what I like to hear. Did you clean your Hot Wheels today? Don Shoemaker, what up, buddy? Nice to see you out there. Thank you so much for your heart me and for tuning in and joining us here on another awesome Sunday. Is that a new color hat? Nope, this one has been available in the store for a while. Go check out the store, guys. IHodlLife.com. Go order yourself an awesome blue curved hat. And this is the blue tee to go with it. Except this is the older one. This is not here anymore. Now that's gone and it's here on the shoulder. The new version, you see it doesn't have it down here anymore. The new version has it here on the sleeve, so it's a lot easier to tap, easier to access, and it's darker as opposed to this one here, which stuck out a lot more like a white tag. But obviously I've had mine for a while. And you know what, despite having them for a while and all the washes, etc., I do turn them inside out when I wash them. And despite all the washes though, the color, the fabric, the material is still in fabulous condition. So, you know, I love the nice quality that these shirts, hats, and hoodies are. They're not just some cheap knockoff clothing that you'll order on some online sites, So it's not a new color, John Taylor. Go head over to the store. You can grab one. I really like the red one too. I don't think I have the red one here. I was wearing it. It's upstairs somewhere. Thank you. You're doing great. Well, that's what I like to hear. And you want to know what are my thoughts on Bitcoin and on Hedera network. Well, thank you for your question. Thank you. First of all, Bitcoin is amazing. Bitcoin is one of the greatest assets of all time. And now don't get this confused. Don't get it confused between, is Bitcoin better than all the other cryptos? This is not what I'm saying. What I'm saying is Bitcoin is one of the greatest assets of all time because it's going to replace gold as a pegged store of value for world value, world revenue, world money, and that role, that position is elite. Other cryptocurrencies, such as XRPs, ISO coins, really great layer ones, and new projects that emerge into the future with better technologies, these will be the ones that will become the interoperable section or the internet section of our life. The new Shopify's, Spotify's, apps on your phones, services that your phone runs on, all that type of stuff. But the Bitcoin itself will still remain that big, golden statue, and in essence to say a digital golden statue just sitting there having all the other stuff that we're investing in to make money pegged to it because it stabilizes all of them. So once again, Bitcoin has a very important role. It could potentially be one of the greatest assets of all time, if not the greatest asset of all time. And it's definitely one of the greatest inventions of the past, few decades. Right up there next to cloning is Bitcoin. That's how important the technology actually is. And there's a reason why governments are trying to now use it as a store of value, build strategic reserves, because they understand the long-term longevity of it. They're not buying meme coins. They're not looking to buy lottery tickets and make their money quick. They're looking at understanding the stability of what digital assets is going to do and how it's going to replace our traditional investing world, our traditional world of gold, silver, stocks, bonds, commodities, and how all of those operate. All of that is going to get pretty much a revamping because of the technology that underlies Bitcoin. And it's not even Bitcoin's technology, but the technology that was spawned from Bitcoin being the original store of value. And then from Bitcoin, obviously, we've spawned proof of stake mechanisms as opposed to Bitcoin's proof of work. And then beyond that, we've now produced DAGs, directed acyclic graphs, and that which is kind of what Hedera is. So going into your next question. And then things such as Hedera kind of made splices of directed acyclic graphs, which is actually a hash graph, which is really just a directed acyclic graph that uses a different type of consensus mechanism, which is called proof of gossip. So it's just a way that the data is shared, which makes hash graphs separate from, let's say, a constellation DAG as an example. So they both use kind of a spatial design, but hash graph has a different type of unique consensus that makes it special and different, and in my opinion, better. So Hedera, to lean into that question, Hedera is amazing. It's one of the best cryptocurrencies out there because of its infrastructure and its technology. It also has a very special use case, just like Bitcoin has a very special use case. So those two cryptos that you named, both are amazing. Both should be an investment portfolio, but both are in a portfolio for absolutely different reasons. If you're new here on my channel, hit that like and follow. My name's Tristan. I'm the founder and the CEO of IHodlLife, the world's only cryptocurrency brand. Feel free to go over to our store and check out our swag at IHodlLife.com. You can order yourself some smart clothes. These clothes are running on the blockchain. You can tap them with your phone. It'll authenticate the clothing item to tell you that it's a real IHodlLife garment. You can't do that with your Gucci bag, but you can definitely do it with your blockchain-based IHodlLife clothes. So you can verify that it's real IHodlLife clothing, that it's not some imitation, and then also it'll give you the ability to mint a digital twin on the blockchain, which means on the blockchain you'll actually create an NFT receipt of your item, permanently proving it forever. So if you're ever looking for an old receipt or a receipt thereof or something like that, maybe you don't care about having a receipt of a shirt that you bought, but when you realize how interactive that receipt can be, you might. When you realize that you can just open up your phone, open up a closet, and scroll through and start showing people the different shirts and hats that you have in your closet, and then let them try it on with augmented reality, you're gonna realize why making that little digital twin actually becomes, that digital twin becomes a really fun, gamified, cool, representative way to represent you, your style, who you are, what you do, what you have, kind of like showing off NFTs, but you're showing off your clothing line at home because your clothing line is an NFT smart on the blockchain. So check out our store, IHodlLife.com, order yourself some smart clothes today. Go out into the world and start repping crypto. Smulus, thank you for that hard me. I know while I was talking there, I was explaining something good about Bitcoin and Hedera and how they operate, so I didn't want to get distracted and lose my train of thought. Thank you, everyone that sent me heart me's. Let's see if I can get the rhythm correct today. All my neighbors are like, what's going on over there? As if they could fucking hear that anyway. Anyway, So thank you for the heart me's, everyone that sent me one. You know it boosts my page, so thank you so much. Don't forget to tap that screen. We always want to get those taps up to 100,000 likes. If you like my content, if you find it entertaining, if you find it educational, feel free to tap the screen a few times while you're observing. And if you wish to help share my live, feel free to hit the little arrow at the bottom of the screen and share the live. Thank you, Kevin. Thank you for the heart me. Thanks for helping boost my page. Frosted Chill, what's happening out there, buddy? Nice to see you, and I hope you're not staying too frosted. John Boy, what's happening with you, my friend? Look at you looking all sharp in your picture. See if I can get your stance correctly. I like it. I like it, John Boy. I hope you're doing absolutely fabulous. I hope you're having an amazing weekend. Thank you so much for sharing the live, guys. I appreciate that so much. Don got the number 3 gifter badge. Look at you guys sending me gifts. Wait, it's Sunday. Don't you dare send me any gifts today. Only heart me's. Only heart me's. You guys can send me gifts on Frequency Fridays, but not Sunday. Sunday, I am your gift. This is all information and knowledge for you. Sorry, you like the hat. Thank you. Of course, it's an IHodlLife hat. Smart hat. You can tap it with your phone, authenticate it, get a digital twin on the blockchain. Order yours today, guys. IHodlLife.com. And go out into the world and rep our community brand. Bitcoin sitting at $108,000. Yep, sure is. Sure is. As I mentioned a couple times in my past, or should I say recent previous lives, we're actually really on par when you go back and you do the research and you kind of stencil on top of past cycle to this cycle. We're actually really, really on par. You know, we get so emotional because we see down and up and up and down, and we look at our portfolio, we see dollar value up and down, and we kind of lose track of where the big picture is. And you know, just the other day on a Friday, actually, I sat and I kind of looked at it and I realized, man, like everyone's panicking for nothing already. But this is normal, kind of anticipate. I should have known better to know that when the panic was starting, that the shakeout was starting. Yes, Nixter. Thank you for that heart me. You know I got big love for you, Nixter. Yeah, so for you skinny guys like Cockadoodoo, order one size up. If you guys have, you know, a little bit of extra hamburger around the belly button, order one size up because they do fit. They do fit, as you can see. They do have kind of a very slim cut fit, especially right up in here, so that it gives the shirt a little bit of a nice cut. So make sure when you buy yours, if you're like your shirt to be baggy, order one size up. If you like your shirt to fit snug the way I'm wearing my shirt, then order your correct size. Good morning to you, Robert. SM5. Just so you know, I replied to your comment in the Discord, SM5. I deleted the ticket because it was only there for me to gather your information. It's now been recorded onto the list, so that's why I deleted the ticket. It doesn't need to be there anymore. And good morning to you, my friend. Do I like Descent Cold Wallet? Well, it's okay. The truth about cold wallets, guys, I definitely have personal favorites and ones that kind of annoy me and ones that I don't really like their interface, but none of that really matters, to be honest. What really matters is, do you have an offline wallet so you're using self-custody so you're not subject to losing your money on exchanges? If you don't know, the United States just passed a law that if you have crypto on an exchange and you don't move it, swap it, activate it, access it for 3 years, the exchange can literally seize it on you and take it as inactive crypto. So it's time for all of you guys to start learning about self-custody. It's time for you to learn how to send it to a self-custody wallet, whether it's a Descent, whether it's a Tangem, whether it's an Ellipal, whether it's a Ledger, whether it's a Trezor, or whether it's the one that I recommend, the SecuX V20, or any other offline wallet, or even an online hot wallet that's decentralized self-custody with the 24-word seed phrase. Any of those are better than leaving your money on an exchange, letting it sit for 3 years, and then having the government take it away from you. So keep in mind, all you Americans out there, this was recently just passed. that if you leave your money on an exchange longer than 3 years, the government could potentially poke after it. I doubt they're looking at all of you under the 100K mark, but for those of you with big budgets and big portfolios, it's time to educate yourself about self-custody. If you guys don't know what self-custody is, you don't know how to learn it, go hit the link in the top of my TikTok page and book a 2-hour cryptocurrency training class with me. Maybe it'll only take you half an hour or an hour to learn, but feel free to go book that training with me, which is normally a beginner training course, but we can use that 2-hour window to teach you the details that you need to learn. Laser, you know what? I'm doing absolutely fabulous as usual. I'm always doing fabulous because I know the secret that how I feel is a choice, not a reaction. My question, Laser, is how are you, my friend? How are you doing? How is your family? And how's everything going for you? I hope it's absolutely amazing. Jared, thank you so much for sharing the live. Dom, thank you so much for sharing the live. Bri, thank you so much for that heart me, my friend. Big Fat Slim, you are going to lose your subscription benefits soon. Oh no, my friend. Oh no. Happy High Frequency Sunday to you too, Lola Bridget. I hope you're having a fabulous weekend, and I hope you're keeping your vibration and your frequency moving quick. Do you think XRP are trying to damage Circle and Stella, meaning stellar lumens, taking business from XLM on lots now? No, none of that's true, Randall. XRP and XLM have completely different, although they similarly do the same thing, they have different purposes. XRP is meant for institutions and XLM is meant for people. Jaw11811 says, bro, crypto is in a bad way now. Somebody has cracked private keys. And no, this is not true, Ja. Nobody has cracked private keys. If you know what private keys are, it's cryptography. It's two asymmetrical keys using cryptography that recognize each other on the blockchain, which means when anything happens on the blockchain, an asymmetrical key to my wallet, for example, when you open a wallet, an asymmetrical key goes to my wallet and an asymmetrical key stays on the blockchain. One's my private, one's my public. There is no way that you can hack this. Even quantum computing today, and I know a lot about quantum computing, cannot hack asymmetrical key cryptography. Elliptic curved cryptography cannot be hacked today at all. Even attempts to hack it with quantum computers could not do it. They can't hack elliptic curved cryptography, because with quantum computing comes quantum defense also. The same technology used to enhance the computation is the same technology used to defend the same enhancement of the computation. Just like in today's world, whatever we use for defense grew as the technology grew also to match, which is why your today's elliptic curved cryptography is secure. And as we advance into a slightly higher level of computation, we move away from tubes and resistors and we go on top of computing on top of atoms, which is what quantum computing is. And then at that time, we still won't crack. We will simply just add quantum layers of enhanced defense layers to elliptic curved cryptography currently used now. So no, it hasn't been cracked. They can't get your private keys. The only way someone could get your private keys is if you used a offline wallet that somehow had some kind of a backdoor that allowed it to be given out, such as the story that happened about 2 years ago with Ledger having a backdoor giving access to governments to your seed phrase. Which, you know, boil that down to the everyday person, it doesn't fucking matter. They're not after your seed phrase or your crypto anyway, unless you're some high profile criminal or something. So all of that still becomes quite irrelevant. But no, there's nobody that can hack your seed phrase. So you heard wrong, Jaw. Can you show how to tap the shirt with the phone? Yes, there is an app to tap it, or there used to be an app to tap it, but now you don't need to. Now you don't need to. Now you can just have your phone open and you could just tap it like this, you see? And it just pops right up. So literally just tap it. With the hat, the chip is hidden right here, right where the sticker is. It's right in the corner, so you just kind of tap in the corner. The hat's actually a little bit of a pain. You got to kind of like push your phone in there to make it tap the first time. We're going to move that little chip hopefully over to the side to make it a little better, but nonetheless, that is how you tap and authenticate your gear, and that is also how you create the digital twin. It'll prompt you to create the digital twin once it pops up. What crypto am I representing, says BNev. Well, I represent all crypto. IHodlLife is the world's only cryptocurrency brand. We're a community of cryptocurrency investors and enthusiasts, and also a clothing line brand that's running on the blockchain. We represent every crypto, every meme coin, every layer one, every AI play, every crypto that's on any blockchain anywhere, every developer who's developing any kind of anything in the Web3 space, any person who's interested in investing in cryptocurrency, every single investor out there, from the big serious institutional investor like BlackRock, all the way down to the guy who's got $50 working at some corner shop and he thinks he's going to make $1 million next week off of his crypto lottery ticket, and everybody in between. IHodlLife represents all of you. And that's why this community is so amazing and so vast, and why this brand is so incredible. So no matter where you are in the world, you can become part of this community. Feel free to hit up our store and rep some of the swag yourself if you want. Other than that, hit the links in the top of my TikTok page. Join all of our socials. Our Discord is vibrant and live with an active community. And then feel free to follow me on my Twitter X, my Instagram, and my YouTube. Of course, all at IHodlLife. So BNev, we represent all cryptos. However, just a little bit of heads up information, we are going to be launching our own sovereign layer one blockchain, and that will be launching our own IHodl cryptocurrency along with our Billy meme token. So we do have some cryptocurrency coins that we will be representing and dropping in the near future, but at this time, we represent all of crypto. And even when we drop our coins and our blockchain, IHodlLife brand itself will still represent all of crypto. Tango, what up, buddy? Nice to see you out there. If you guys are new in the room, feel free to tap that screen and show me some love. We've got 14,000 likes. Let's hit 100,000 likes. We're shaking shy on our likes today. So if you guys like my content, if you find it enjoyable, feel free to tap that screen every now and then to get those likes up. 100,000 likes is my goal, and we've got a ways to go. Don't forget to hit the links in the top of my TikTok page, guys, if you guys want to book a 30-minute consultation with me for your portfolios, or if you want to check out any of my other social pages and follow me on those. You just got some information that XRP is expected to hit $10 before July 1st. What do I think? I think that whoever gave you the information is an idiot. That's what I think. And I think you should go back to that person who told you it was going to be $10 by July 1st and tell them, that guy Tristan over there from IHodlLife, he said you're an idiot. Because you're trying to convince me that XRP is going to jump to $10, which is really could potentially affect my decision making in my portfolio and my investment, and that's completely false information. You, Mr. Whoever you are, have no fucking clue what price XRP is going to go to. Could it go to like $10,000 in the long run, like we've heard in the past? Maybe, but is anything going to happen in a certain time frame that anybody can say or label or know or give you that advice and it's actually sound? Absolutely not. They're blowing smoke up your ass. Behind that is he's saying XRP is a good asset. You should own some. Make sure to sit on it. Make sure to be secure with it. Make sure to be patient because it's going to pay out. All of that is true, yes. But is it true to say it's going to go to this price by June 1st or July 1st? Absolutely not. Go tell that person that I told them that they're an idiot and they need to give their head a shake, and careful the information that they spit out of their mouth, because it affects people's livelihood, which is their money, their investments, and their lifestyle, their livelihood. So stop spitting shit out of your mouth just because you want people to buy something that you also bought. Instead, feed them the truth. There's potential that XRP could go to $10 one fucking day. Not by any certain date, one fucking day. It might. I've been here from 3 bull runs. I've been here for a long time. I have no fucking clue when XRP is going to hit $10. Will it? Yes, but when? I fucking don't know. It might take another 8 years for all we know. It might take 8 days for all we know. But do I know? No. Does anybody else know? No. Anyone else telling you that they know is bullshitting you. Most of the time when someone is telling you that this is going to do this is going to do this, behind it is a conscious effort to try to get more people to buy what I've bought because I believe that makes my crypto more valuable. Be cautious. Your large hoodie fits perfectly. Attaboy, Roy Gunn. I love my hoodie. It's so comfortable. What are my thoughts on ICP long term? Thanks for your question, Gerardo. I think ICP long term is a very, very good cryptocurrency. However, they have a lot of proving yet to do. I personally don't have a big bag of ICP at this time. I think it's a long time before they start rolling out their potential. So what I mean by that is I think people investing in ICP right now are getting a bit premature, if you know what I mean. Thank you for your heart me's, guys. Big love to all of you. Is Arculus any good? Does it come with a 24-word seed phrase? If it does, then it's okay. It's self-custody. I don't necessarily like the Arculus wallet, but if it's self-custody, it's better than nothing. Why Cardano is underperforming? What do you mean by that, Mahmoud? Oh, Muhammad Abdullah Mo. What do you mean by Cardano is underperforming? What do you mean by that? I'm not sure what you mean by that. I think that you don't understand what underperforming is, because last bull cycle, Cardano was one of the top performing cryptocurrencies. And right now, it's still an amazing performing cryptocurrency. So I'm not sure what you mean by underperforming. Underperforming compared to your perception of how it should be performing, or compared to what? So if you can add some more context of its underperformance, I'd be happy to elaborate on it. Are we supposed to put a ticket in for the 4444? Not necessarily. Not necessarily. We're still working to talk with a lawyer. I've already had a meeting with the Blockchain Legal Institute recently so that we can check on security laws. I already understood that the word contract was not a nice word for the United States, and I also learned that the word earning in the smart earning contract was not a nice word for EU. So we had to take those two words out of the name and change it from a smart earning contract to a smart a smart contribution pass, believe it or not. So interesting, from an SEC to an SCP. But yes, the pricing is the same. They're going to be sold for a certain value. But before we allow any to be sold, we have to ensure that we're not stepping over any security laws. Last thing we want is a lawsuit from an SEC or some idiot who's going to create some kind of big negative aspect for the IHodlLife brand and the IHodlLife rewards chain. So we're treading very carefully, and we're making sure to take our steps with lawyers properly first before we actually release any. But yes, they are coming. So I encourage you guys to stick around and stay safe. Keep keeping your money in the background. Keep stacking your crypto. You will get the opportunity to access an angel investor, SCP. You will get the opportunity to access a community investor, SCP, and you will get the opportunity to access one of the 444 clothing line SCPs. They will be introduced in the future, so make sure to stick around right here at IHodlLife. We're going to be the first blockchain ever that allows contribution rewards, not allowed to say earning, contribution rewards from the actual blockchain revenue itself. What company do you like for quantum computing? Do you think there is a leader in that group? No, there's not, Dom. There is a lot of scientific groups that you don't get to know the name of that are working in quantum computing. And if you do some research on quantum computing, you'll find a few foundations and groups that are working, which is really just a whole group of people putting information and knowledge together because it's a vast experimental space. But I don't know of any specific one location or person or place where you can go gather the most or the best information. Truthfully, quantum computing, quantum understanding light vectors, their spin, how they have a duality effect and exist within darkness, but then create a reflection onto the event horizon, which creates the actual physical world that we live in. Trying to understand and break all of that down is still something that's being learned, or should I say remembered, by many scientists around the world and many experimenters and inventors around the world. We're experimenting it for, over here with our CTI, our conscious technology infrastructure, and with our distributed resonant technology as best as we can also. So this is a very broad open field yet that doesn't exactly have full answers. But we are moving away from computing on top of tubes and resistors. We will move into a quantum state where we compute now on top of atoms, which means the reality that you believe you live in is going to change and alter in a way that you didn't understand over the past several hundred years. If you could have an understanding of what 2D was to go to 3D, and now 3D to go to 4D, it would almost be the ability of wrapping your head around what you might experience. No, Gudad, Ripple is not the one. that controls XRP's price. Ripple has no control over XRP's price. All Ripple can do is sell off some of its stock when it needs money to pay its legal fees, and it can buy back as much of it as it can when it has extra money. That's all it can do, but it really doesn't have a control to manipulate the market because its XRP is locked up in escrow. It's not like they're sitting there with a wallet that they can just sell what they want or what they want. It's all built into a smart contract already on a time schedule of when it can release and when it comes out. It's not what you think. Once again, you know, you guys really have to be careful of the data and the information you take. Stop running with people's opinions. Go do some research and go validate whether whatever someone told you is actually true, because you're going to find out once you get all the pieces of the information, it's not really what they think, it's just how they perceived it because they didn't get all the facts. Oh, XRP's dumping! No, they're not. They have a smart contract with a scheduled return to release a certain amount of crypto on the market. That's the only way they can pay their SEC bills. What are you talking about? It's pre-written. Pre-written in the fucking smart contract. It's not like, oh my god, look what they did today, everyone! It's pre-fucking written in the contracts. You know, people just ignite things off of stupidity and lack of information. Waleed says, should I buy ADA? But it's declining. Well, let me ask you, Waleed, does it make more sense to buy it when it's doing this? Or does it make more sense to buy it when it's doing this? Think about it. If you buy it when it's doing this, well, think about it. A second ago it was here, doing this. Now it's going like this, and now you think, oh, it's up, well, now I should buy. Don't you think it made more sense to buy it way down here when it was going down? This is why I tell you guys, when it's red, you buy. When it's green, you chill. When it's red, you buy. When it's green, you chill. When it's like today and it's kind of bipolar, you just chill the fuck out, or maybe you buy one or two depending on what it is. Pengu's up 15% today. We're not buying that today. Pin is up 10% today. We're not buying that today. Arbitrum is up 7% today. We're not buying that today. Ali is up 8% today. We're not buying that today. Constellation DAG is down 6.7% today, and we're at the very low part of a bear market. That's a great buy today, 7% down in an already down market. Boson Protocol, should you like that one, is down another 8% in an already low. That's a great purchase today. Wildcoin, ASM down 8%, Wild at 10%. Even Grok, should you decide to buy that shitty meme coin, is down 7% today. So if you look at the market, your portfolio, what you're doing, the big scale of things, there's always buying opportunities all along the way, but it still boils down to when it's red, you buy. When it's green, you chill. When it's red, you buy. When it's green, you chill. If you do it opposite, you're going to lose your money, because you're going to buy when it's green. Remember I told you guys the market moves like this: green, 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 red, 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 green, 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 red, red, red. This goes over a matter of hours, a matter of days, and a matter of weeks. Green, 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 red, 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 green, green, green. Last Sunday, do you guys remember we were down 30% on the market? Everyone was panicking. Is it over? Is it over? It's down 30%. Remember last Sunday? And what did I say to you guys? I said, you watch, within the next 24 hours, and not 12 hours later, the whole market was up on Monday another 30%, right? So it didn't fucking do anything. It went down 30%, it went up 30%. And the only thing that happened was your emotions. The market was here. It went down, it went back. It didn't do fuck all. But your emotions went fucking berserk on Sunday and Saturday. And then on Monday, you collected yourself. Okay, I guess it's not all over. I still believe in it. Breathe. Tell me I'm wrong. Last weekend, how many of you were panicking? And now Monday, Tuesday, you're like, oh, okay. And no, but it's still kind of down. I hope you're learning from what I'm saying to you. Is it possible that cryptocurrency wallets developers have created a backdoor to your 25-word seed phrase? No, and the reason that's not possible, TDC Man 77, thank you, Ray, but you don't need to send me any gifts. Just tap that screen, show me some likes, and send me a heart me because it helps boost my page. But no gifts. This page is a gift of knowledge for you. Feel free to share it. Feel free to hit the arrow at the bottom and share the screen. So is it possible that cryptocurrency wallets developers have created a backdoor to your 25-word seed phrase? The answer is no, and the reason why is because the developer doesn't know the 25-word seed phrase. The 25-word seed phrase is automatically generated each time a new set of elliptic keys are created on the blockchain. So as soon as two asymmetrical keys are created, a new random 25 words are produced. So for that reason, the developer, first of all, could never figure out what it would preemptively be. And even once it was done, the combination is so vast, there's no way they could ever figure it out. They could only see your public key, not your private key. Thank you, Libby, for the heart me. You guys know I want your heart me's. Thank you so much for the love. Why is Brad Garlinghouse preventing XRP from skyrocketing? What are you talking about, Goodad? You need to stop listening to whoever you're talking about. Your last comment about XRP was complete BS, and this comment about XRP is complete BS. XRP Laboratories is not controlling, or should I say Ripple Laboratories is not controlling or suppressing the price of XRP. Brad Garlinghouse, Chris Larson, or even the dude who left and went and created Stellar, none of them are accessing, increasing, or suppressing the price of XRP. What up, Kevin Skinner? You know what, Kevin? I think you're an intelligent man on crypto, because I'm really just you in a different form. Should I stop using my ledger and switch to IHodlLife? Hell yeah, because IHodlLife is the best, except we don't have our own wallet. The SecuX wallet that I recommend is not our wallet. It's an outside, its own company, and I just recommend that one because I've used every wallet on the planet, and it is the most easiest. It is the best user face. It is the nicest to look at. It's the easiest to operate. You can literally just tap the wallets, or sorry, just scan the wallet with QR code when you want to send crypto back and forth. And it's got a big visual touch screen on it, like my cell phone, unlike other little like arrow back and forth bullshit. It's so much better in so many ways. I would love for it to hold a few more cryptos, but I don't really have control over that. I'm always pushing them, can you add this, can you add this, can you add this? But it's not as easy as you think to just add a crypto to a wallet. You have to get the UI, the UX, the interface with the blockchain, have them incorporated, maybe have some kind of a bridge if it's not EVM compatible, etc., etc. So I would love to see more coins available on all wallets. I'd love to be able to have one wallet that has all my crypto, but that just doesn't exist in today's world. So the one that I recommend is just the one that I personally like at this time as the best. And when we launch the IHodlLife blockchain, the blockchain itself is going to come with soul-bound self-custody wallet for each individual person. And that will be an incredibly secure wallet because it'll be soul-bound to your residence and you as an individual, not just an online blockchain asymmetrical key setup. John Massey says, I predict maybe 5 years, $10. You know, John Massey, that's a realistic prediction, you know, considering we went from, let's say back in, 2019 to 2020, we went from about 30 cents-ish, 30, 40 cents, up to about $2, $2.50 almost. So that's a realistic, you know, that's a 4-year, 5-year window. So that's realistic, say over the next 5 years that we could go from the $2 to $10, especially with the interest and the adoption. You know, this is a lot more realistic. Now, does that mean that's what's going to happen? Is there a bunch of dummies out there that are going to be like, five years, $10, and now run and go, I heard it's going to be in 5, and say that that's like sound concrete, like that's what it is. Absolutely, it's going to be $10 in 5 years. Because people are just fucking crazy in how they choose to take information. But the truth is that's a realistic expectation, but neither one of us, myself nor John Massey writing that, know whether that's true or not. It might be $10 tomorrow. It might not ever be $10 for another 5 or 10 years. We don't know that. And you can't predict that, and you can't make decisions today based on that, other than, do I believe that in the future XRP is going to go to $3, $4, $5, $10, $20, $30, $50 and be worth significantly more? Especially since I have the understanding that when Bitcoin was $1, nobody believed it would go to 10. When it was 10, nobody believed it would go to 100. When it was 100, nobody believed it would go to 1,000. When it was $6,000, when I started buying it in 2015, nobody believed me when I told them it was going to go to 50K. And when it hit 50K and I continued to buy more, nobody believed me it was going to hit 100K. Since 2020, I've been telling all you guys, Bitcoin's going to 100K. It's going to 100K. It's going to 100K. And everyone's laughing at me. Now we're at 100K. And I'm telling you guys, it's going to 300K. It's going to 300K. And you're all still laughing, wondering, you think, nah. And when it's at 300K, I'm going to be like, guys, it's going to 600, 700K. It's going to 600. And you're all gonna be like, The same fucking story since $1 fucking dollar. And you're going to play that same game on every single cryptocurrency in your portfolio. Because you can't wrap your head around a $2 cryptocurrency being worth $2,000, because in between that there's just too much emotional, you getting involved in the way fuckery. The only person that's going to stop you guys from getting rich in crypto is you and your emotions. Just like the guy who bought Bitcoin at $1 and thought he was a genius when he sold it at 30. And today he's pooing his pants, wishing he would have kept some of it. You have a lot in AMP. You definitely should be scared, because that's a garbage crypto. AMP is a collateralization crypto. So that means when I make a payment with Bitcoin, because Bitcoin is too slow, because Bitcoin is not meant to be a processing payment cryptocurrency, it's meant to be a store of value, just the same reason why we don't go to the store and make payments with gold, because it's way too fucking long and slow to bring my gold, weigh it out at the counter, how much gold, how much weight, thank you for the payment. It doesn't make sense. It's too slow because it's not built for that. It's built as a store of value, like Bitcoin. It's built as a store of value. It's not something I go to the store and buy my fucking hat and my groceries with, although the world is doing that with it because they haven't figured it out yet. And this is where AMP comes in. This is where Ordinals comes in. This is where all these Bitcoin maxis come in that don't understand that Bitcoin was not designed for interoperability. This is why Ethereum switched from proof of work to proof of stake. This is why all new blockchains have grown past proof of work, proof of stake, into other mechanisms like DAG, directed acyclic graphs, and multiple chains, multi-chains like Avalanche, and subnets like Polkadot. They've evolved into all these other things because that is interoperability. Those are the oils in the digital space, where Bitcoin is not that. Bitcoin is the gold in the digital space. So for someone to try to build NFTs on top of Bitcoin, they're just not getting it. So for someone who's trying to build operation on top of Bitcoin, like, they're just not getting it. Their diaper's too tight. And for people who think that they're going to use Bitcoin as a payment, which is why AMP comes in, oh, that's too slow to make a payment. So AMP will just make the payment for you as a collateralization tone. And then 8 days later, when this fucking cryptocurrency finally decides to finish its transaction, then the AMP can decide whether it did the right transaction or whether it actually went through or not. So AMP just becomes a collateralization. I'll make the transaction done up front because the system is too fucking slow to process right now an everyday transaction, because it's not meant for an everyday transaction. So AMP is really kind of useless. AMP really needs to completely leave Bitcoin and become a collateralization token for some other system, or they're going to not be here in 10 years because they're not getting it. Campfire King, what up, buddy? How are you doing? And I hope you're having an amazing weekend. SBU sending me some love. Thank you so much. If you haven't sent me a heart me yet, feel free to do so. And if you love my content, feel free to tap that screen. Let's get those likes all the way to 100,000 likes. We do it every Sunday, so don't let me down, team. Tap that screen and show me your love. Will Algorand be used in schools? I have no idea. Algorand is an ISO coin. It's an ISO 20022 approved cryptocurrency, so it works with the new standard of messaging system, which makes it very compliant, very important. Educational system could be tied into something like that because it's ISO regulated type crypto coin. But whether it is or not, I have no information or proof of that yet. Nothing happens to the chip in the shirt when you wash it. Hunt One, you can wash it as much as you like. We already thought about that. The chips are protected. Yes, they have a computer chip in them, but yes, you can wash all the clothes. It doesn't hurt them at one bit. I do recommend just turning the shirt inside out so you don't ruin the color of your nice shirt, or at least don't ruin it sooner than you need to. How is Cock doing, and is it still a good buy? I don't really think Cock is doing that great, and no, I don't think it's still a good buy. I think if you bought Cock Inu, you should hodl it, but I don't think you should be buying and adding any more. And the reason is because recently I've noticed that the founders are not even pushing Cock Inu anymore. They're just pushing Lambo and all these other shit cryptocurrencies that they're launching on Avalanche to try to make themselves money instead of pushing their real Cock Inu project like they should be. And this has me disappointed a little bit, to be honest. But it is what it is. People chase money instead of legacy. That's what it is. So I don't recommend buying any more Cock Inu at this time. Do I still believe it's going to be a dominant meme coin on the Avalanche blockchain? Yes, I do. And do I believe that Avalanche is one of the best, if not the best, layer one blockchain in current history today? Yes, I do. But am I starting to get a little bit worried because the founders are just not even paying attention to it? They're just spinning up all these new shit coins on the Avalanche blockchain trying to make themselves money? Yes, that's a major concern to me from a founder's point of view, absolutely. So I don't recommend buying any more at this time, but I do recommend hodling what you have. I'm going to hodl what I have also. Do I have a course on how to use a wallet? No, I do not. But I do have a beginner's course that teaches what is a wallet, what's a seed phrase, where can I buy one. But if you want to know how to use a wallet, I would recommend just go watching some videos on YouTube. And while you're there, you can follow my YouTube at IHodlLife on YouTube. I love your comment, Snoo1987. He says, cool, so you don't answer. There's hundreds of comments I haven't even got to yet. And I already did answer. I just had a big long talk about AMP. Where the fuck were you? Where the fuck was your patience? Yes, I'll call you right out. I don't give a fuck. You're absolutely right, John. Don't forget to hit that like and follow. This is the best cryptocurrency channel on the planet. You'll find all the best crypto information here. And please bear with me, guys. Don't be like the other ignorant guy. There's hundreds of comments I haven't got to. Please be patient. I'll get to them as quickly as I can. You can't share the kind of knowledge I'm sharing with you in 3 sentences. And then next question, 3 sentences. Next question. I can't keep up with the comments. There's literally like 250 comments I haven't got to yet. Please, guys, be patient and please don't spam the chat. When it's red, you buy. When it's green, you chill. That is correct. What are my thoughts on TIA? Thanks for your question. TIA is an absolutely amazing blockchain because they have an incredible new consensus algorithm, which is incredibly fast, incredibly secure, and incredibly scalable. Which means in the future, a lot of new blockchains will be built out of TIA's technology. What are my thoughts on Chainlink? Thanks for your question, Ray. Chainlink is one of the best long-term hold cryptocurrencies out there. It's a very stable cryptocurrency. You won't see a ton of volatility. Bull run, you will see probably a 3 to a 10 times. And bear market, you will see a 60 to an 80% decline. But long term, it just continually grows and grows and grows. It has since I've started in the crypto space in 2015. I've been holding Chainlink since then. And it's one of the cryptocurrencies that has some of the biggest whales in crypto holding some of the biggest bags of it, which yes, does make it a bit saturated, but also makes it long-term secure. So you invest in it for a slightly different reason than you might be investing in a younger new crypto or a meme coin or something like that. There's different reasons why different coins might be in your portfolio. And for all of you out there watching, if you guys don't know why you have cryptos in your portfolio or how much you should have in your portfolio versus cryptos that you have, feel free to book a link in the top of my TikTok page with Tokenized Financial. I'm the founder of the crypto firm, and what we do is we design your portfolio for you. It's me personally that you'll be sitting down with to design your portfolio so that you've got the best portfolio going into the bull run, and you'll also get ongoing signals of when to cash out your money in the bull run and also prepare yourself for the upcoming 2026 bear market. And while we wait for 2 to 3 years for the next bull run to come, how can we try to earn passive income on the assets that we haven't cashed out? How do we protect ourselves by not cashing out as much as we do? How do we cross-reference between stable coins to long-term holds? What cryptos are going to take the biggest hits when we hit the 2026 bear market? All of this relevant information becomes super vital and important to you. So I encourage you, if you guys are in the $25,000 range or higher and you're not really sure what you're doing, go book a meeting with me. It's a free 30-minute consultation with tokenizedfinancial.com. You can check out our website if you want to read about the service first, tokenizedfinancial.com. But other than that, hit the link in the top of my TikTok page and book a free 30-minute consultation. The clock is ticking. The time is now. Who makes our merchandise? Our merchandise is made in the United States. So for everyone out there all worried about where everything's coming from, our merchandise is made in the United States. Our warehouse and our manufacturing plant is in Texas. Shout out to John Ray, shout out to NF Treasure. That is the US company that does our fulfillment and our setup and puts the computer chips in our clothes for us. And if you guys are a company or a brand and you want to start building your own smart clothes, reach out to me. I'll put you in touch with the guys who put the chips into our clothes, and they can help you get your own brand smart and on the blockchain. How much can XRP reach in the bull run? I don't know. It'll reach much further than your patience can reach. That I know. WorldCoin, beware of this cryptocurrency. And Say is a very, very good cryptocurrency. Say is a new layer 1 protocol, very good. What is a good training to do for the blockchain industry? Well, if you're brand new, you could book the 2-hour cryptocurrency training that I offer in the link in the top of my TikTok page, which is basically what's a wallet, what's a blockchain, what's a coin, what's a token, how do I buy it, how do I hold it, how do I send it, all the kind of basics for people who are new and onboarding. And for anyone who has specific things, you can still book that 2-hour and ask me about whatever else you want if you wish to, but you're still going to pay for the 2-hour training. Other than that, following my channel, watching all my videos, and binge watching my YouTube is where you're going to get all the best free information. Yes, I have a wallet. It is the SecuX V20. I don't own that wallet. That's just the wallet I bought because it's the best one on the market. Our wallet will be releasing once we launch our blockchain. It's attached to our blockchain Soulbound. What up, Chief Jet? Thanks for joining in. Nice to see you. Robbie P says I needed to hear that. Shout out Robbie P. Hit that like and follow. Hit the link in the top of my TikTok page and join our community Discord. It is the best crypto community on the planet. And right here on this channel is where you're going to get all the best info. Don't forget to follow my other social platforms at Twitter X, Instagram, and YouTube, all at IHodlLife. At IHodlLife, everywhere. Except for our Discord. Our Discord is IHodlLife Community. Thank you, iHodl Crypto, for sharing the live. Purple Bitcoin on base. Don't do drugs, everyone. Don't do drugs. I was going to say stay in school, but that's not good advice. Just don't do drugs. They need to amp it up. That's funny. I heard someone say today that XRP won't hit $100 because its market cap is already extremely high. Well, that person doesn't understand market cap, first of all. And second of all, that's the same person that said Bitcoin would never hit $100 when it was $1. Today, it's $100,000. Listen to me very carefully. That is the same person that when Bitcoin was $1 would tell you there's no way Bitcoin's going to hit $100 because that's what he believes. That's not what he knows. That's what he believes. Today, he believes that XRP will never hit $100, but that's not what he knows, that's just what he believes. And when it hits $100, he'll probably buy more at that time than he's buying today, foolishly. Dina K, you know what? I love your channel. I was just over there like all day watching Dina. I was like, damn, I got my fix of Dina today. Just kidding. Thanks for being here. Thanks for following along. Hit that like and follow. This is the best cryptocurrency channel, the only one that you need. And don't forget to follow our other socials. As I mentioned, the link is in the top of my TikTok page. Is Ondo a solid real-world asset long-term? Well, I'm not sure what you mean by RWA. Ondo's not an RWA coin. It's just a financial instrument ERC20 token built on Ethereum that's backed by BlackRock. I don't know where the RWA attaches to that, other than stupid influencers using that word to attach to it as if it's more important than some other crypto. It's real world assets. Other cryptos are fake world assets. What the fuck is wrong with you people? What are my thoughts on Bonk? Bonk is the best meme coin on the Solana blockchain, just like Cockinu is the best meme coin on the Avalanche blockchain. Also a very good one to hodl on. You only dry clean your IHodlLife clothing? Damn, now that is pristine. I love it. Hunt, thank you for being real. If you find my channel real, do me a favor, tap that screen. My goal is 100,000 likes. We still have 40K to go. So feel free to tap that screen if you think I'm real and you like my channel. And if you think I'm real, then please see my page as a mirror and mirror realness back upon yourself. And remember that when you leave my live, when you go out of your house, when you leave your business, when you go anywhere, remember to be as real as you could possibly be in your own self. Is it too late to get SPX 6900? I would think so, yeah. It's already had quite a hype run. I mean, it could still potentially go up more, but with the amount it's gone up, I anticipate mostly decline from that point. That could be incorrect, that could be correct, but it's not something that I would be looking at purchasing, no. It's something that people wishes they bought a year ago. Talk on quant, please, says Ike. Well, Ike, quant is an overledger. So quant is very similar to like a chain link, where it interconnects data between blockchains. But instead of being an oracle like Chainlink, it's an overledger, which is just a slightly different way that it operates, but really it just shares data. And where Chainlink shares data between blockchains and the real world of what's going on here off-chain, and where Quant shares that same information, but they share it between the ISO coins specifically. So Quant is the overledger, or the, to put it in comparison, oracle mechanism for the ISO coin. So it's extremely important. What about Andu? Never heard of it. Is now the right time to buy XRP? The right time to buy XRP has been for the last 3 years. And the right time to buy XRP will be the next 3 years. And 5 years into the future, there will be more people buying XRP than people are buying XRP today, and the people who bought it today are going to be very wealthy. But most people, 9 out of 10, are going to fall subject to the dummy information of, oh, it'll never go there, because they don't really know, they just think that what they think. And that think what they think is going to implement on people so much, it's going to impose on people so much, the doubt that they're going to lose and miss their opportunity, which is why when people say that shit, it makes me so angry, because they fuck up other people's lives with their false words. They should just shut their mouth and say, I don't know. Everything on Binance is garbage. Binance blockchain is only made for micropayments in secondary and third world countries. So you're going to find it in Africa, and Cardano will fill that void as well, even though BNB is faster. But you're going to find it in Africa, you're going to find it in Latin America, underdeveloped some countries, you're going to find it used as payment processing system, as their payment rails. So BNB is extremely fast, extremely quick, but as far as on top of it, ecosystems, coins and stuff, no. Starry Studio 1 says, I like your straightforward approach. You're saying what you believe and what you've done, and that you've done enough homework. Yes, I've done enough homework. I've been in the game since 2015. I started buying really hardcore in 2016. I went through 2 previous bull runs, completely changed my life, started my own companies. Everything is very different from who I used to be, all because of crypto. So I do understand the ups and downs. I have bought shitloads of NFTs that made me no money. I have lost money sending from different wallets and trying to figure out what blockchain is this on, and why does that say it's an EVM but it's not compatible with this, and why is he holding it on Ethereum but he's holding it on the correct EVM. I've gone through all of these stumbling blocks and everything, which is why I'm here to educate and teach you guys. And I've made an incredible amount of wealth in the process. And I'm nobody special. I'm not any more special than anyone watching this channel right now. In fact, you're all me and I'm you in the same essence. We're all just as great. It's just a matter of each one of us deciding to recognize our ability or not, our greatness or not, our actions to move forward or not. So stick around, Starry Studio 1, hit that like and follow. This is the best cryptocurrency channel, the only one you need. Feel free to share the live, and feel free to tap that screen. We're at 67,000 likes. We've almost hit our goal of 100,000 likes. What are my thoughts on Kronos? I think Kronos probably should have just stayed running on BNB. So Crypto.com forever was running on Binance, BNB. Sorry, I shouldn't say that. It was running on Cosmos SDK. So Cosmos basically ran the entire Crypto.com, everything. And then they wanted to go sovereign. They wanted to go away from them and run their own blockchain. So they eventually launched their own Kronos blockchain so they could be sovereign and be on their own. The problem is the Kronos blockchain doesn't offer anything better than other blockchains. So for that reason, it has no adoption scale. Like nobody is choosing to use the Kronos blockchain over any other blockchain. Everyone would rather pay the more expensive fee and just use Ethereum, because Kronos, it just doesn't have a footprint. It doesn't have any reason why I would want to use it. And we're going to see this problem with a lot of layer 2s also. This is why the IHodlLife blockchain that we're launching, we're bringing a very special feature, a very special cultural identity feature to our blockchain, which gives us a reason why people want to use our chain, not just hope that we become the hype one. And this is the big mistake a lot of blockchains made. They just expected people to like their hype or like them because they used their service, not because the blockchain was the right blockchain for them to be on. And this is where Kronos falls short. Crypto.com is amazing. It's my favorite exchange. But should they have their own layer 1 blockchain? No, they should just focus on being the best exchange. What are my thoughts on Pi Network? My thoughts are you should continue to mine your Pi every single day. Mine your Pi. It's free money. Crypto will crash. Yes, it will. When we hit the 2026 bear market, it will absolutely crash. And then in 2027, when we're at the bottom, all of us smart investors will be buying it all back up again. Sorry guys, I don't do price predictions on coins. Nobody knows what price a coin's gonna go to. And if I give you a price prediction, you're gonna watch my channel for a little bit, you're gonna be like, wow, this guy knows his stuff. And then I'm gonna give you a number, and that's gonna stick into your head, even though it's not even a real number, it's just a hypothetical guess based on what I think I might know, which is not accurate at all. And then you're gonna take that number, and now you're gonna base all your investment decisions on a number that doesn't even fucking exist, which means you're making wrong decisions. That's why I don't spit out, oh, it's going to go to this, it's going to go to this, it's going to go, because I don't really know. Is crypto going to grow? Is it going to go to huge numbers in the future? Are we all going to get wealthy? Yes. Are you mostly going to fade your patience out and miss your opportunity, most of you? Yes, called pricing yourself out of the market. Are 90% of you not going to diamond hand and not stomach the volatility? Yes. But are those of you that stick through it going to get extremely rich? Yes, because I've been through 2 fucking cycles and I've seen it already and I'm going to see it again. And that's just per cycle, not in the big picture. Is it safe to hold XRP on Coinbase? It's not safe to hold any cryptocurrency on exchanges unless you absolutely have to. And if you do, don't leave it there for longer than 3 years untouched, or it could get confiscated on you depending on where you're from. Sanella, I'm doing fabulous. Thank you for asking. And you know what? I am having a wonderful day. You know, quite interestingly, I'm often having a wonderful day. And Sundays is probably one of my favorite days because I get to chat with the community. I get to actually engage with you guys, question to answer. And I know that this channel every single Sunday makes a few people's brains go, ooh. And that is the best win that I could ever have. What do I think of ICP? I think ICP is a mediocre play. I think long term it should do fairly well, but right now I wouldn't recommend it to be a forefront of your portfolio. What do I think about ZBCN? Thanks for your question, Zachary. I think the Zebek network, or ZBCN, is extremely overhyped, and it's not half as good of a cryptocurrency as what you guys think it is. I think all the money you wasted in investing in Zebek, you should have just put into XRP. That's what I think. Best new TikTok shop deals. What does HODL mean? HODL means hold on for dear life, because crypto goes like this. Most people buy crypto, and because the price goes like this, they can't figure that out. It's up 10%, it's down 20%, it's up 30%, it's down. So they can't stomach it. So they get out, they sell. It goes up, they buy here, they sell here. They do it wrong. Most people do it backwards. It's green, they're buying. It's red, oh my God, they're selling. They're doing it completely backwards. So hold on for dear life means you've bought your crypto, and although it's doing this, let's say you put $1,000, and although your $1,000 is going 2, 3, 4, 800, 700, 600, 300, 200, this is the HODL for dear life window. This is my $1,000 just went down to $200, but I have longer vision, and I know crypto goes like this, and my $1,000 might hit 200, it might hit 3 grand, it might hit 800, it might hit 2 grand, and all of that is really just motion of my $1,000. Nothing happens unless my $1,000 becomes like 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 grand. Now something has happened. Or if my $1,000 is just gone, it's not there, it's like 10 cents, now something has happened. Other than that, I just need to wait longer because the market's going like this. And likely I was stupid and I bought when it was green, and then when I bought, the price went down, so my $1,000 is now like $600, and now it's fluctuating around the 600 to 700 mark, 10 to 20 or 30% down from when you bought it. Once again, because most people buy on green days. It surges 10, 15, 20%. You buy, and guess what's about to happen? It's about to now have its wave motion. It did this motion, you bought. Now it's going to do this motion, and it's going to keep doing this little motion for a while, but you bought here because you bought when it was green instead of chilling back and waiting for a red day. It's like patience and crypto, just like they're like opposite magnets. So HODL means hold on for dear life. It's an acronym, hold on for dear life. So IHodlLife would actually directly translate to I hold on for dear life. So IHodlLife means I, the individual, the action that I'm doing. I'm hodling my crypto despite the volatile market because I know better, and it changes my life. It changes my life so drastically that the E's turn sideways because it's not normal. It's not what other people are doing with their life. And that's why we get this title, Crypto Kids. You can even go watch a fucking TikTok channel and they're like, look at this supercar for all you executives and crypto kids. Like, they just throw us right in there with that class. And the reason is because the opportunity is vast. Not because it's a lottery get rich quick scheme. Because those of us who are crypto people are paying attention. You can tell the education I've put into this. You can tell the understanding I've put into this. You can tell the work and the leverage that has been involved into it. It hasn't just walked into the store, what, Friday's ticket, buy it, XRP, what's that, I don't know. It's not what was done. And this is why very few people will actually succeed in cryptocurrency. Most people will chase the green, buy, it'll go red, they'll lose their emotions, and that's why they do cryptocurrency wrong. Everybody's buying at the top of 2021 in the market, but as soon as we hit the bottom of 2022, 2023, and I'm telling everyone buy, nobody wants to listen to me. I'm telling everyone now buy, nobody wants to listen to me. And when we hit the peak of the market, everyone's gonna buy. And next cycle, when I'm building and setting up people's portfolios, I'm going to say, so when did you get in crypto? They're going to be like, oh, I got in 2025. And I'm going to be like, oh, I know when you got in. You got in November in 2025, didn't you, at the top of the market? And they're going to be like, yeah, how'd you know? Because everybody this cycle got in at the top of 2021 market. Why? Because everybody buys green fucking candles. Everyone sits around, oh, it's down. Oh, it's red. Oh, it's down. Oh, it's red. And then as soon as it's green, and we're cashing out, everyone's like, oh, I guess it is something good and I should buy some. It's just so backwards, and I don't know how to get through to you people. I tell you, and you still buy when it green. Like FOMO. Oh, I'm missing out, I better buy that one. You watch. Take any crypto that's pumping and you'll see the comments, what about this crypto? Why? Because it's up today, and people are like, what about that one? Oh, but what about... Hit that like and follow if you're new here to my channel. Welcome everyone, my name's Tristan. I'm the founder and the CEO of IHodlLife, which is the world's only cryptocurrency brand. Feel free to check out our store at IHodlLife.com, www.IHodlLife.com. Get yourself some smart clothes, the world's only cryptocurrency brand running on the blockchain. Yes, you get dual NFTs with your clothing because they do run on the blockchain. Just take your phone, tap your clothes, and check out the cool engagement features. Did I talk about hotel information for the meetup? No, I did not, but thank you for asking, Mike. The hotel we're going to be staying at is the Pan Pacific in the north side of Toronto. So this August, we have the IHodlLife community meetup. Everybody get your pens and write it down. IHodlLife community meetup in Toronto this August 2025. It's Friday, August 22nd is the official day. We're all going to be there from the 20th to the 25th, or I should say, a bunch of us will be in town from the 20th to the 25th. But Friday the 22nd is the official IHodlLife day. And if you guys are attending, you have to get your name on the guest list. We're staying at the Pan Pacific Hotel, and the event on that day is happening on the harbor on a boat. So you will not be allowed to get on the boat if you do not have your name on the guest list. It does not cost you anything. I have prepaid for you. IHodlLife is paying for it. So your boat ride, your trip on the harbor is all covered by IHodlLife laboratories. So you guys don't need to pay for that, but you have to get your name on the guest list. If your name's not on the guest list, the boat guy isn't going to let you on the boat. So Pan Pacific is the name of the hotel in north area of Toronto. That's where we're staying. You guys can call, book your hotels. I don't think they're quite ready, so give them a day or two first, Monday, Tuesday, let them get set up for us. But they will be setting up a discount for you. Just call and let them know that you're with the IHodlLife group coming Friday, August 22nd. And between the 20th to the 25th, you guys can get discounts on the room, and for anyone in Toronto or in Canada, you will also get free parking at the hotel as well. Just make sure you mention that you're here with the IHodlLife group. And of course, really important, guys, if you're coming, make sure your name is on the list. Make sure you notify me, notify Maria, notify one of our moderators, notify a community member. Let us know so we can get your name on the list. No, XRP doesn't violate any patents on DeFi. No, it does not. Thoughts on Texit coin? Never heard of it. You're welcome, Ike. Thanks for sticking around, and thanks for your question on Quant. I encourage you to hit that like and follow right here on the only cryptocurrency channel you need. And don't be afraid to follow my other socials on Twitter X at IHodlLife, YouTube, and Instagram at IHodlLife. Do I still believe in Cock Inu? For sure I do. The question is, do the founders still believe in Cock Inu? You're welcome, Bill. Thanks for sticking around. Don't forget to hit that like and follow. You'll find all kinds of great cryptocurrency and investing knowledge right here on this channel. If you guys are here and you're new, if you don't know, my name's Tristan. I'm the founder and the CEO of IHodlLife. I'm also the founder and the CEO of Tokenized Financial. So for those of you out there who wish to use our broker service and learn how to build a crypto portfolio, you can hit the link in the top of my TikTok page. You can book a free 30-minute consultation with me personally to talk about building your portfolio. We only design portfolios for clients with $25,000 values or higher. So if you're in the 25K range or higher, you're welcome to use our services. We'll design for you the best portfolio. We'll let you know when to sell your cryptos in the bull run or how to convert properly to keep and store the value. And of course, we'll get you prepped for the upcoming bear market and show you new options and ways of how you can utilize passive income through the 3 years of the bear market. Tokenized Financial is where you want to go for your investment information if you're getting into the crypto space. If you're brand new in crypto or you're already savvy in crypto, Tokenized Financial is for you. Hit the link in the top of my TikTok page and book yourself a free 30-minute consultation. You're welcome, Jameson. There is no nonsense spit here. I have a very high level of integrity for myself and the community in the crypto space. You will not find us over here shilling any cryptos. I have turned down probably close to $1 million worth of offers from companies to shill shit cryptocurrencies to people, and I just won't do it. I'm not here to sell you guys bullshit for my own lining of my pockets. I'm here to build something valuable in crypto. I'm here to grow the best crypto community and best crypto brand that anyone has ever seen, and we're gonna do it with a high level of integrity and decentralization in the heart of crypto. We're not going to do it with the corporate fuckery that happens in today's business world. So welcome to a new paradigm right here at the IHodlLife community. I encourage you guys to hit the link in the top of my TikTok page, join our Discord, and follow all of our socials. What to buy is not as important as when. You're absolutely right, Logical Car Dude. This is why a lot of people really love our broker service, because we let you know the details of when and how and not just, you know, what. Robinhood won't let you transfer crypto in New York, and I don't know why. Certain exchanges are not friendly in certain jurisdictions. So if you're using an exchange that's not friendly with you, just use a different exchange. And then you can usually send from one exchange to the other exchange, and then that exchange might be more friendly with you. So do a little research based on what exchanges are friendly with your geographic or your dynamic of where you live. So in Canada, really good exchanges is Crypto.com, Coinbase, Kraken, KuCoin, BitBuy. I hope you guys heard all those. And if you're in the US, you can add to that same list because they also work in the US. You can also add to it Uphold. Uphold's a really good one in the US. What other ones did I miss? I'm not sure. And if you're overseas in UK, you might want to check out MEXC, and you might want to check out Prime XBT. Those are also good, really ones for the UK. Outside that, you still want to maybe do some research to find out what's the best one for you. And again, certain jurisdictions, certain exchanges may or may not be as friendly, as crypto is still bordering the line of regulation. And Robinhood is not really a cryptocurrency exchange that I recommend. In the past, in the bull run, they have had a lot of seizes or lockups because they didn't want liquidity leaving their exchange, which is fucking bullshit. People are selling their crypto, and then the company's just like, we're just going to close the doors and not let people sell any more crypto because it's hurting us too much. Fucking idiots. Sorry, Robinhood, but that's what you did, so fucking suck up the truth. So I don't really like Robinhood. Last bull run, a lot of people couldn't make transactions on their exchange, which was a big issue. Uphold had a little bit of that issue last year, and I called them out, and big props to Uphold, man. I have to give you guys a shout out. I made a video about Uphold doing this, about holding people's liquidity for a certain amount of time, and their representatives actually reached out to me and asked me to remove my video about it, and I said no fucking way I'm removing my video, because it tells people that they shouldn't be leaving liquidity on your exchange. And you know what they did? They didn't fight me to continually remove the video, which I never did. What they did is they changed their policy. So big shout out to them. So now they don't hold your crypto, they don't lock it up, they don't block you out. So big shout out to Uphold for that advancement, which shows that Uphold as an exchange actually cared about you guys, the end user, where other exchanges, which I won't say, maybe don't give a fuck. They just care about their pocketbook. So big ups to Uphold, even though 2 years ago I shit on them for tying up people's money. Today, I recommend Uphold as a very good exchange for anyone in the United States. This week, is the market up or down? Well, let's take a look at the week. For the week, it's up. For the week, most of the market is up about 10%. Move is up 60%. Pengu is up 75%. Ali, Artificial Liquid Intelligence, is up 50%. Keep in mind, this is just for the week. And when I say 50%, that's 50% based on the last week, not based on total. Don't get this confused. I've had this conversation a lot with people recently. They're like, 50%, but I bought $1,000. Doesn't that mean I should be at 1,500? No, it's 50% from a week ago. You're looking at the week schedule. Fakadu M, please don't spam the chat. You literally asked, this week market is up or down like 9 times. If you do that again, my moderators might block you. What are my thoughts on Arbitrum? Thanks, Clang, for your question. Arbitrum's okay. I mean, it is one of the better layer 2s. When it comes to layer 2s, Arbitrum, Optimism, and probably Base are some of the best, and Polygon are some of the best ones out there. But I don't necessarily love layer 2s, so I don't really like any of them, to be honest. Moderators, can you please block Fakadu M? Never mind, I'll do it. I hate when people are so rude like that. They just like literally take one question and just like spam, 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 spam. Like their question is the only thing relevant. Fuck everybody else. Fuck what I'm currently talking about. Come give me attention and my question now, you stupid piece of shit influencer. Where's your puppet string? Like, what the fuck? Get to your fucking comment when I get to your fucking comment. And spam it like crazy like that and watch me just scroll past it on purpose just to irritate the fuck out of you. Zardude says, can you piece the puzzle together regarding Web3 and cold storage wallets? I'm not sure what you're asking me. There's no puzzle. Web3 is the evolution of Web 2, and a wallet is where you keep your money. So just like you would take cash out of your bank account and put it in your wallet, well, now you're going to do that same thing, but you're going to do it digitally. You're going to take it out of your digital bank and send it to your little digital online wallet. That's really the simplistic example of it. Am I also doing futures? No, I don't trade crypto. It says IHodlLife. HODL means buy and hold, buy and hold, buy and hold, buy and hold. It's going crazy. Cover your eyes and we hold. We HODL. We don't sell. We don't trade. We HODL. And then long term goes past and we make a lot of money because while everyone else is buying at $1 and selling at 30, we're sticking it out for the long game and now it's worth 100,000 instead of $30. So no, we don't do futures. We don't do trading. Should you take a little bit of money on the side and maybe trade and play around and try to do that with it? Sure, but should that be your main focus of your crypto? Absolutely not. Traders always lose, hodlers always win. You thought it originally was a typo for hold? No, well it does mean hold because you're holding, but the switching of the D and the L changes hold to dear life, hold on for dear life. So it's a play on the word hold, and it's a play on the dear life, meaning it's going crazy, but we know better if we just hold and we wait longer, because this is, when we zoom out, is going to start here and end here. And we can prove that over the last 10 years with cryptocurrency. The reason why most of you will not prove that to yourself is a 5, 6, 7 year window in crypto is just too far for you. You're only in it for like not even 24 months and you're already, but who is it, up, down, over, believe in it, don't believe in it, you're all over the fucking emotional map, and you haven't even hit 3 years or 4 years with your crypto, let alone 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, which is where you're really gonna create generational wealth. Do you think the guy that turned millions of dollars worth of Bitcoin sold? No, he held. He waited 8, 9, 10 years, and his $1,000 became 70 million. 70 million. Because he didn't sell it when his $1,000 was 20 grand, like all you guys are gonna do. He didn't sell his $1,000 when it became $100,000, like all you guys are gonna do. He didn't sell his $1,000 when it even became $1 million, like all you guys are going to do. He just held and held, and now he's got 70 some million dollars, and now he just leverages and borrows millions against his millions whenever he wants. $1 million is piss money now, because he recognized that selling it for 1 million was so small-minded compared to generational wealth opportunity that's at hand. But all of you will take the first path. Most of you, 9 out of 10 of you, will take the first path, because $1 million seems so unfathomable to you. Holding on to it would seem ludicrous to you. Watching your $1 million go down to 200K again would seem insane to you. And I already know the answer all you guys are gonna say, who wanna think you can outthink the market. Oh, well then why don't I just sell and then buy back in? Well, I agree with that. But what I promise you is you will never sell and buy back in at the exact right time. Is selling and buying back in a good strategy on top of long-term holding? 1000%. That's what we do here at IHodlLife. But is the real big picture the long-term one, not the trying to beat the market? I know very well the market is smarter than us, and hodling long-term is the right win. That's why it's IHodlLife, not I trade life. I flip life. I play the wave game life, or else I would have named the company that. I recognize the long-term hold is really where the money is. It was crypto I bought in 2017 that changed my life in 2021, not crypto that I bought in 2020 and changed my life in 2021. Do you understand? There's a certain time that has to be put into the game. Sorry guys, I'm trying to get through all your comments as quick as I can. That's right, Robbie. Buy green, sell red. That's what everybody does. If they could just do it opposite, if they could just see it going down instead of being like, is it over? Do you believe in it? If they would just be like, oh my God, I should buy some. If they could just wrap their head around that. Jameson, so funny. I love when people comment stuff like this. Jameson says, slow your roll, bro. We don't all buy the green candles. Well, Jameson, wouldn't that mean I'm not fucking talking to you? Like if there's someone here saying, you know, when people are assholes, they act like this. And do you not think that if you're the guy over here that pipes up and says, well, I'm not an asshole, doesn't that mean that we're not talking about you? And doesn't you piping up randomly actually mean that you have a feeling of attachment to that somehow, and that's why you felt the need to speak up about it? That's just straight psychology, my friend. So I'm not going to slow my roll because everything I said is absolutely factual and true, and it affects some people very, very drastically. And if you felt the inkling to pipe up because it harmed you in a way when I said it that maybe you should look at that as a reflective image of yourself and see where you can repair things and where you can improve. What are you holding? I'm holding a lot of things. Chief, what are you talking about? Why'd you post that? XRP violates patents. No, it doesn't. There's so much misinformation in the crypto space. You guys blow my mind. Just blow my freaking mind. You're going to see everybody shifting DeFi over the next few years as new regulation comes out. They're going to make it harder and harder to onboard and offboard cryptocurrency. You guys are living in the Wild West right now. You guys should be lucky that you're living in the Wild West right now. What is the latest date to confirm? I'm not sure. I don't know how late they're going to allow me push it for people to confirm. So definitely get yourselves organized sooner than later, guys. I would think by the time we hit August 1st, we need to have a full head count or you will not get on the boat. How do you get your name on the guest list? Go into our Discord, open up a ticket, let me know you're coming. I need your first and your last name and your phone number to put you on the guest list. And keep in mind, if you guys are staying in Toronto with us, we're all staying at the Pan Pacific Hotel. Make sure to tell them you're part of the IHodlLife group so they give you the IHodlLife discount, and you will also get free parking for anyone who is driving. So to get your name on the guest list, contact myself, contact Maria, contact one of our moderators. We just need to start creating a list of how many people so we can obviously know how big of a boat we need based on how many people. I don't have a sell order set for XRP. I have a HODL Forever order set for XRP. And yes, I will be confirming who is all on the list, so make sure to tell me that you guys are coming for sure. I will get you on the list, and over the next 30 to 40 days, we will be confirming all of the names on the list and who is attending. I will remind you guys, if your name is not on the list, you will not get on the boat. What wallet is good for beginners? If you're using a free online wallet, I recommend MetaMask. And if you're using an offline wallet, I recommend the SecuX V20. Link is in my bio if you want to order one. KuCoin won't let you in the US, then don't use KuCoin, use a different exchange. I'm in Ontario, KuCoin doesn't let me use it in Ontario either. What should someone do if they start getting paid in crypto during a bull run like this September? You mean if you start getting paid in crypto, you should probably cash some of it out at the peak of the bull run or just sit on it forever. That's what I would do. Cash or convert some of it and sit on some of it forever. Okay, so Jero says if you guys are in Asia, Bitmart is an exchange that he likes in Asia. So if you guys are in the Asian market, Bitmart is one that you can try and see if you like that interface. You might find 2 or 3 different exchanges that work in your area, and you might just find that one you like the interface or you like how it operates, and the other 2 you don't like how it operates. And don't be afraid if it all seems very foreign at first. Just like getting a new phone, you're going to have to kind of get used to it. So don't be afraid of the little bit of mechanical stress that's required to learn. Coinbase and LBank is good. I know Coinbase is good. LBank, I'm not so sure. I noticed that they really focused on a lot of meme coins and shit coins and community hype coins as opposed to quality coins. So I don't know so much about that one, although I have met some representatives from LBank and they were pretty cool. I don't know how great that exchange really is yet, but Coinbase is fantastic. It's definitely a good one. Trust Wallet is not a good one. I don't recommend that one, Hunt. The Palestinian followed me. Yes, free Palestine. Shout out to Palestine. Shout out to the people of Palestine. I don't see your question. It says, sorry, maybe this question was already asked. Sorry, I don't see your question. Sometimes TikTok doesn't post you guys what you write, which is good, or else I'd have more comments I couldn't get to. What do I think of the Liquid network? Nothing special. You invested a whole bunch in ICP and watched it decline. Well, you want to know why, Wookie? Because you were watching a bunch of dummy influencers. Let's go back 6 months ago. I won't name names because I'm not an asshole, but I know exactly who they were and you know who exactly they were also. Let's go back 6 months ago and ICP was the best fucking thing since sliced bread, wasn't it? To a couple very big, very well-known influencers. And I even at that time said ICP's okay, but it's extremely long-term, guys, what they're claiming that they can do. But because it was new, all the big influencers, oh fuck, I'm ICP, all in on ICP. So all you guys bought huge into ICP and you've done nothing but lose money as it went from $900 when it entered down to literally dollars. And now you see why I'm so cautious about telling you guys what crypto is good and what's not. Other influencers just roll with whatever's new. Whatever's new seems like the tech is hype. Ooh, and they go and they pump it like it's because what they want is they want your views. They don't give a fuck about your life. They don't give a fuck about your wallet. They don't give a fuck about your livelihood or your kids or your family or your well-being. They don't. They care about their page, their views. How many likes did I get? How much money am I making? That's what they're there for. There's a few people that are actually here for a different reason. So you guys need to be very careful who you're listening to. And you know I'm right, Wookie. If you think about it, go back 6 months ago and think, who was I listening to that was pushing me to buy ICP? Now you understand. And now none of those influencers are talking about ICP. Now you ask them and they're like, well, it's okay. Wait, what? What are my thoughts on XRP? I think XRP is one of the greatest assets in the crypto space, and I think everybody investing in cryptocurrency should be holding at least 1,000 XRP. And I think holding 1,000 XRP might make you the richest person in your family. If you can stomach the patience. If you cannot sell your $1,000 at 30 grand. If you cannot sell your $1,000 at 100 grand. If you cannot sell your $1,000 at $1 million. If you can stand the test of time, XRP will produce for you what Bitcoin did over the last 10 years, even though 9 out of 10 of you will price yourself out along the way. Is DOT and Flare good for HODL and stake? Well, DOT is very good for staking, absolutely, and Flare is very, very good for holding. Those are two really good powerhouse cryptocurrencies. That's right, Ray. Patience is one of the most important attributes you can have in crypto. And that's true. You can go to the Flare Network website and you can stake your Flare, but be careful. There's a lot of scammers out there saying, have you got your Flare airdrop? Have you done your Flare staking? And they're trying to lead you to a fake place so you can go connect your wallet thinking you're going to stake or thinking you're going to get an airdrop, and then they're going to scam you. So with the launch of new things like that happening, all the scammers recognize, ooh, here's my opportunity to create a duplicate copycat so I can scam people. So be very careful of anyone trying to connect you to a Flare airdrop or a Flare earning or anything like that. But yes, you can go to the Flare website and you can stake your Flare. Thank you, Timothy, for the heart me. If you guys are following along and you haven't sent me a heart me already, feel free to do so. I was about to say tap that screen. Our goal is 100,000 likes, but I'll just eat my words because you guys have already passed 100,000 likes a long time ago. Thank you all for your love. Chilla Whale says, very aggressive terminology. Well, you know what? Truth sometimes is aggressive. Is holding 10K for 5 years better than taking profits along the way? I agree with both, but I believe that the longer you hold, the better. The less you think you can outsmart the market, the better. Perfect. For anyone who's coming to the event, Pan Pacific, make sure to share it with community members, share it with everybody in the Toronto area. Pan Pacific is the hotel we're all going to be staying at as a group. So make sure when you call the hotel for booking that you mention you're with the IHodlLife group, and make sure you've got your name on the guest list, everyone, so that you get on to the night of festivities. We're going to have a very awesome night of awesomeness, just pure awesomeness, because the IHodlLife community is fucking awesome. Chili Whale, almost all traders don't make money. 9 out of 10 traders don't make money. The stories you hear of the traders who made all this money is like 1 out of thousands and thousands of thousands who didn't. I'm a certified cryptocurrency trader. I understand hodling makes me more money. You can make money in trading, yes, but it's not the right way for people to get into crypto. It's the right way for people to get into crypto is have an investment portfolio. And then if they want to take a little extra money and experience and practice trading and see if trading grows them bigger than their portfolio, then that's the right way to do it. But it is not the right way to approach cryptocurrency. That is absolutely false. Just like investing in stocks, buying and owning investments is more important than trying to flip Forex overnight. For the average investor. For the experienced investor, maybe it's okay, but for the average investor, no, it's not the right blanket information. So that's why futures is not a good choice. Almost 10 out of 10 people, and I've been in the crypto for a long time, almost 10 out of 10 people that I know that have invested in futures have only lost their money. And if they did win for a little bit, it was temporary. In the long term, they lost their money. Just like going to a casino, the house always wins, or they wouldn't offer 20 times fucking futures. The house couldn't afford it if they weren't always winning. So yes, IHodl is our token, but it's a coin on our own native blockchain. So just so you guys know, it has not launched. The IHodl coin has not launched. So if you see one on any blockchain anywhere, it's a scam copycat. It is not the correct one. It'll only be launched on the IHodlLife rewards chain. There you go. Angel Soto Ups says, I was the one that was anxious. I was all over the map with crypto, letting the up and the down of the volatility of the market get to my emotions, which is why traditional investors have a hard time with crypto. But now, thanks to me, you're learning to hold long term. You're learning to stomach this. You're learning to recognize if I put 5 grand in, it's going to go from 10 grand to 2 grand up and down all the time, and I'm just going to have to not fucking let my emotions get crazy about that. I'll let it get crazy when my 10 grand becomes 100 grand, or when my 10 grand becomes $1. But between all of that, I'm just gonna relax. I'm not going to be like, because I already know in advance the market's going to do this, so I'm just going to avoid that volatility. That's the way to handle it properly long term. That's how you're going to grow generational wealth. I do hold for years. In fact, I hold permanently and forever. Some cryptocurrencies, which are younger, newer, and more volatile, I sell them and I take profits. Longer term cryptos, I just hold them forever. XRP, I'll hold forever. I don't give a fuck if it's bear market or bull run. I'll hold it forever. Bitcoin, I don't give a fuck if it's bear market or bull run. I will hold them both forever. Just as examples. Well, you say you wish you knew me when you first started in crypto, but I will remind all you guys that we're still very new in cryptocurrency today. So you know me now. So hit that like and follow. This is the best cryptocurrency channel, the only one that you need. And make sure to follow all my socials on Twitter X at IHodlLife, YouTube and Instagram at IHodlLife. And don't forget to check out our store at IHodlLife.com and order yourself some swag and rep it out in the world. Are we going to see an alt season? Of course we are. No, I don't necessarily recommend Robinhood. No, I don't. I would recommend Uphold in replacement of Robinhood. And no, my token is not HODL. My token is IHodl, IHodl, with an I in front of it. And the token doesn't exist today. It's not on any blockchain, so you can't buy it. If you see any token out there resembling that, it's an imitation scam. You buy crypto like it's a weekly bill, that's how you get rich. When you treat investing like it's a bill, you just put a little bit, even if it's only 10 bucks. Every week you put 10 bucks into crypto, 20 bucks, 30 bucks, religiously. You don't stop. You don't look at your paychecks and say, well, this month I can afford 100 bucks. Next month I've got 300 bucks. Oh, this month I have 50 bucks. No, no, no. If you build it like a bill, every month 20 bucks, every month, if that's what you can build into your portfolio, it doesn't matter the dollar value. It's the consistency that's key. Don't wait for, oh, I've got 300 this month. Oh, in 2 months I might have another grand. I think I'll have another 6. Although that's okay too, try to keep a consistency for those of you who have steady income. For those of you that are older and retired and you've put your bags in, hang out, chill out, relax, try to gather more when you can. But for those of you who are working a standard job and you have income coming in, just like you pay your cell phone bill, your hydro bill, your gas and everything, every 2 weeks you should be putting a little bit into your bag, even if it's only $25. That's literally how I changed my life. My first crypto investment was $36 fucking dollars. That's all I could afford. 2 weeks later, 25 bucks. 2 weeks later, 25, and I just kept doing that until I had a couple hundred, which turned into a couple thousand, which turned into a couple 100,000, which now turned into numbers that are astronomical. And that's only since 2015 until today. So that's a 10-year window, and it's been life-changing. Life-changing to the point where I wake up in the morning whenever the fuck I feel like it, every day of my life. That's real freedom. Money is not freedom. Time is freedom. And all of you have that capability. I don't mean to brag about anything about myself. I only mean to use myself as a proven example that I'm nobody special. And all of you can do the exact same thing and change your life by simply investing in crypto little by little, staying incremental, staying methodical about it, staying patient and long-term about it. And in 10 years of your life, maybe you can wake up in the morning whenever the fuck you feel like it. FRSC says, maybe I'm gonna follow you. Hit that like and follow. This is the only crypto channel that you need, ladies and gentlemen. And we even go live sometimes on Fridays for Frequency Fridays, for those of you who wish to learn a little bit more about vibration and frequency and how to improve resonance of your life. Easy 100K. That's right, Cryptoversy. Easy. We're at 123K already. You guys are awesome. If you love my content, tap that screen. And look at this whole time, I didn't even have my microphone on. I didn't even have my microphone plugged in this whole time. You guys were just listening to me blab with no microphone. Significantly better. Ladies and gentlemen, doesn't that sound significantly better? Yes, it does. They're like, wow, dude, your voice just got sexy. Thank you, Mr. Microphone. Thank you. Just a reminder, everyone out there following my channel, if anyone's sending you direct messages, they're scammers. If anyone's messaging you claiming to be IHodlLife, it's not me, it's an impersonator. If anyone's messaging you claiming to be Calvin Hill, Blockchain Bullhorn, Coach Ty, Coach JV, any of these predominant influencers, it's not them. It's just fake copycat accounts of them. In fact, if most of you go look at the accounts you're following, you're going to find out that you're following fake accounts, not the actual real account of those people. So be very, very careful. Just a very, very basic understanding. Any direct message that you get in your app is someone trying to scam you. There's nobody in the world taking their time out of their day to message you because they think they're going to help you. They're not. They're there to help themselves. So wake the fuck up and don't reply to your direct messages. Every week somebody tells me that they got scammed. And I'm like, how did you get scammed? Well, someone messaged me. I'm like, how many times have I told you guys, don't reply to the fucking messages? And every fucking week there's somebody new that got scammed from a message. And I don't know how to say it any more clear. Do not reply to any messages. Do you have any direct messages right now in your TikTok? Don't reply to them. Don't even read them. Do you have any messages in your Instagram or your TikTok right now about your crypto? Don't reply to them. Don't even read them, because you're going to read it. You're going to be like, what? 1,000 into 10 grand in a week? Oh, it's got to be true. Sign me up. Click, touch the link. Some of you deserve it. I fucking tell you and I tell you and I tell you and I tell you, and you still do it. There's people in our community that have been scammed like 3 times. I don't even fucking feel sorry for you anymore. Like, you're a dummy. I don't even feel sorry for you anymore. Keep getting your fucking dumbass scammed until you learn your goddamn lesson. Keep coming back to this life over and over and over until you learn how to level up yourself. Blows my mind. What's the boat event for? The boat event is the IHodlLife community meetup. So August 2025, specifically Friday, August the 22nd, we will spend the evening and the night on a boat. It is a rental for the IHodlLife community. So everyone who's joining us, the IHodlLife community meetup, we will not be spending our time hanging out in a restaurant or a pub. We will be spending it on the water, in the harbor, in Toronto, all paid for and covered by IHodlLife. So all I have to know is how many head count we have, so we make sure that our boat is big enough. It's going to be a big, massive pirate ship boat with big sails on the front of it, a big, massive ass boat. But we need to make sure we get a massive enough ass boat depending on how many people are attending. So if you're attending the IHodlLife community meetup, Friday, August 22nd in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, people are coming in from different places around the world. So wherever you are, you're welcome. It's an IHodlLife community meetup. We're all going to be staying at the Pan Pacific Hotel in North Toronto, and we will be going out on the harbor for Friday night of awards, prizes, door prizes, and overall fun and entertainment. So if you guys want to join the festivities, make sure to join our Discord. Make sure to send me a message, or Maria or one of our moderators, and make sure to get your first, last name, and phone number on the guest list, or the boat attendants will not let you get on the boat. And I'm going to be busy. I'm not going to be standing there at the door to be like, oh yeah, he's a community member, but he just didn't tell me. Can you let him in? That's not going to happen. I'm going to be fucking busy. So there's going to be some other guy that doesn't know you, and if your name isn't on the list, you're not walking on the boat. And if you guys are not able to attend during the event, we will be going live so that you guys can join in virtually. For all of you around the world who can't enter Canada for any reason, or maybe just doesn't have the ability to leave work and travel for that time frame, you will be able to join in virtually for a period of the time. But I do highly encourage personal real world attendance for some awesome upcoming prizes. Amen to you. You know what, S. Lopez, I think you're the man, buddy. I think you're the man. So you just go out today when you leave my live, S. Lopez, and you just continue being the man. You continue on a path of integrity. You continue on a path of betterment. You continue on a path of trying to strive to be better in every little thing that you do every day. That's what makes you awesome. So just keep doing that. I did not hear anything about Ripple buying Uphold, no. Every 2 weeks, $40 in Bitcoin. That's the way to do it, agam. And then once you build up, let's say 1,000 or 2,000 in Bitcoin, pick another crypto like Ethereum or XRP or something like that and start doing $40 on that every paycheck until you get up to 1,000 or 2,000 of that. And then add a third one. And then you got 3, 4, 5 cryptos with 1 or 2 or 3 grand in each. Now you started to build a real crypto portfolio. Now you're ready to wait a 3-year, 4-year, 5-year window and really grow some wealth while you continue with your original strategy. I tell you guys time and time again, the difference between those of you who have money and those of you watching my channel right now who don't have money is very cut and dry. Those of you who have money, you have investments. And those of you who don't have money, you don't have any investments. You're still going to work, you're making money, and you're spending money, but you're not investing any of your money. You're not making any of your money make money, and you're using the excuse of, I don't make enough money to invest, instead of being intelligent enough to say, I don't have enough money, so I have no choice but to invest so that I can make more money. Cut and dry. Those of you that invest, you have money. Those of you who don't invest, you're all fucking brokies because you don't invest. And there's always exceptions. There's always some people out there that make a fuckload of money and have zero investments, but that's usually very rare. Even if they make enough money, they're likely going to end up owning houses and cars and some assets at some point, whether they're not in a stock market or a crypto market or something like that. But bottom line, You know, wealthy people acquire assets. Poor people, they never acquire the assets. They just try to keep chasing money. Rich people don't even chase money. They chase assets. The money's like a byproduct of when I get this, I'll get the asset. They're focused on the asset. Whereas the poor guy's just focused on the money. I got the money. I got the money. And now I have enough to pay my bills, pay my life. They get the money to pay their life, not get their money to grow their life. It's interesting, the difference of the concept. Yes, this is live. It's not recorded. I do apologize for the lag in the comments, guys. You guys, the comments come in way too fast for me to keep up. I think I'm getting close to the bottom of the comments. It's just so hard to keep up to them because when I explain stuff, I go into depth, which could take 5 minutes on one comment. And in that 5 minutes, 100 more comments have come in that I haven't had a chance to answer yet. Then I go to the next comment for 4 minutes and 100 more comments come in. So just so you guys understand, trying to get through them the best I can. You're absolutely welcome. Best new TikTok shop deals. I'm glad that you're learning. I encourage you to hit that like and follow right here on this channel. And I encourage you to tune in to our community Discord. You guys want to learn how to crypto. The IHodlLife community is where you're going to learn it. You want to learn how to learn the language of crypto. You're going to learn it by speaking to the IHodlLife community. So join our Discord, join our socials, Twitter, X, Instagram, YouTube. Here on TikTok, we're live every single Sunday for 3 hours from noon until about 3, anywhere from 2 to 3 hour window every single Sunday. And the info's all free. Timothy says, this is the info that I've been looking for. Thank you. You know what, Timothy? Same thing to you. Hit that like and follow, my friend. Don't send me any gifts, although I do appreciate that. My channel is a gift of knowledge for you guys. On Fridays, you can send me gifts when we do Frequency Fridays. We're having fun. We're doing shenanigans. But when I'm here on Sunday, it's all hardcore crypto knowledge for you guys to grow your lives, grow your investment opportunities, expand on your entrepreneurial ideas. So it's all a gift for you. Don't worry about sending me gifts. Just send me a heart me. Send me heart me's to boost my page and tap my screen to boost my page. That's the only thing that I ask of you. Can I shout out my top 5 hold forever coins? Of course not. Because if I do that, Nicholas Master P, what you're going to do is you're going to go buy those 5 cryptos and you're not going to know why you have them. So instead of putting in the research, educating yourself and making your own decision, these are the best 5 cryptos that I think I should hold on to, which is the right decision. You're going to default to the easy road. What 5 should I have? Those 5? And then you're going to go forward in the volatility, holding 5 cryptos that you don't really know why, questioning all along the way, are those the right ones? Always seeking validation from somebody somewhere to verify the decision that you didn't make yourself. You're asking for trouble. You have to choose your 5 yourself. If you don't know how, book a meeting with me, use our asset management firm, and I'll design your portfolio for you. You have to be in the $25,000 range or higher for me to design your portfolio for you. And if that's something that you like, then go visit our website at tokenizedfinancial.com if you want to read about the service, or just go right ahead and book the link with me. It's in the top of my TikTok page, and you can book with me a video one-on-one call, a free 30-minute consultation about your portfolio, and of course the costs to design your portfolio for you. Thank you, Polo. Thank you for that heart me. It helps boost my page. Thank you so much. What do I think about Tron? I think Tron is a reasonable crypto. I think Justin Sun is just a cutthroat, ruthless, amazing business person, but also a bit of a jerk because he's so cutthroat, but really genius business also. So he's good in those ways as far as making that blockchain work or making it productive. He even talked one African country at one point. He actually talked the African nation into using them as their literal currency for their country. So Justin Sun has a lot of smart moves, who's the founder of the company. So I think Tron has a really bright future. It's incredibly fast, it's incredibly cheap, it's incredibly popular in the Asian market. It could potentially become ISO compliant in the future. So I think Tron is a very good crypto, but I still put it in the mediocre range. I would not buy that before I would buy ISO coins. Let's put that clear. I would not buy that before I bought a bunch of really important layer 1s. Let's put that, really clear, just to kind of put it into perspective of where I would balance its importance, although I just said a bunch of really great things about it. You is special, bro, says Chief Jet. Well, you know what, Chief Jet? I'm just another version of you, my friend. This has been a wacky cycle. Do you think the 4-year cycle is disrupted? It's not been a wacky cycle, actually, GB1. I was just saying earlier that we're pretty much on par from the previous cycles. It's all the people who were never here the previous cycle that are saying, oh, it's different this cycle. It's different now. And I'm like, what do you mean, what's different? You mean you weren't here last cycle, so that's what's different. All the people who keep saying it's different, ask them, were you here in 2020? Were you here in 2019? Nope, they were just getting into the market then. They were just entering the market then. They weren't set up in 2017 to hit the 2021 bull run. They weren't set up in 2022, 2023 to hit the 25, but you understand? They're just getting in top of the market and giving you the spilling information over top. So it hasn't been a wacky cycle. The cycle's been right on par, and I anticipate by this November we're going to see an explosion. We're so on par that I anticipated we're going to see a little bit of a bump in February, and it happened in November. Exactly what I said was going to happen. I was just off by about 60 days, which is pretty damn close, actually, if you ask me. It's so on par, it's ridiculous. So how do you make money if you don't sell? You leverage it. The value is in having $1 million in Bitcoin, not selling it and having $1 million in cash that goes down in value that I'm going to spend and I'm going to lose my asset. I keep my $1 million in asset and then I borrow tax-free money against it. And my asset is worth more based on the amount that I borrow, that the payment back to that is lesser than what my asset grows on an annual basis. Therefore, it's literally free tax-free money I'm spending off of my asset by leveraging it. When you can't leverage it, it's not time to sell yet. Should you sell a little bit along the way, take a little profits along the way because you need money in your life and you want to celebrate? Yes, but ultimately your big bulk of it should be long 10-year window, 5 to 10-year window, or you're going to miss the big opportunity. Sure, you'll make a little money, but you're going to miss the real opportunity. Don't ever read the messages that you get in your messages areas on TikTok. All of them are scams. There's nobody messaging you to help you. I like how you guys as the moderators, sometimes you'll mute somebody, but I never saw what they said because I didn't get to their comments yet. And I always ask myself, I wonder what that person was saying before switched him off. We are definitely going to have fun on the boat. So if you guys want to join in, it is going to be a night of awesome festivities. We've got really great surprises in store for you. I encourage you guys to be there in person. Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Friday, August 22nd, and make sure to let us know you're coming. You need to have your name on the guest list. Well, if you want to go on a pirate ship, Roygun, now is your chance. There's going to be massive sales, literally like pirate ship style. So I'll see you guys there. And yes, I might make some of you guys walk the plank. Yes. Anybody that got themselves scammed, you got to walk the plank and jump into the freezing cold Toronto waters. Circle is soon going to go public. This is correct. How do I feel about MOG? It's a crap cryptocurrency. What do I think of Pepe? I think Pepe is the most, I would say the most potential meme coin on the Ethereum blockchain at this point. Shiba Inu is a big powerhouse, but I would say Pepe is the most hype potential meme coin in Ethereum, in the Ethereum system right now. Why don't I tape my live? I do. Go to my YouTube. All of my lives are taped and posted on my YouTube. There's thousands and thousands of hours on my YouTube. Go watch them. Go binge watch all my old lives. All my old lives from a year ago, they're all posted up there. And yes, I've probably got 100 videos I haven't posted up there yet that are fairly recent, but there's still stuff getting posted there all the time, so feel free to follow my YouTube if you want to re-watch any of these videos, or if you want to binge watch videos that you didn't, lives that you didn't get to watch in the past. So they are all recorded. TikTok automatically records all of the lives, and then I download them and I post them on my YouTube. hello from Venezuela. What up, Isha? I hope you're doing absolutely fabulous. I'm going to be traveling to Colombia soon. I don't know if you're in Colombia or if you're in Venezuela, but I'm going to be traveling to Colombia soon because we're looking at opening some IHodlLife clothing stores, as you know, in Latam. So I hope that I can connect with you and meet with you if you are in Colombia at the same time. What's the best way to research which coins to invest in? The best place that you can find crypto information is right here at IHodlLife. From my channels when I go live, to all of my videos that are posted on my TikTok, to my YouTube, to my Instagram, and most importantly, the IHodlLife community Discord. In the Discord, you get an extra benefit. You don't just get my knowledge, you get the whole crypto community. And different people are skilled in different areas. I go into the community all the time, even though I'm the leader and I'm the guy with all the knowledge. I go into the community all the time. I'm like, hey guys, how about this? How do I this? Who did that? How did you that? Because there's so many different brains to put together all the information. I often don't go do something because I can just go to the community and find out the information because somebody was doing it yesterday and I haven't started yet. So there is even NFT drops where I'm normally the guy teaching the stuff and I'm like, where are we going? What site is it, guys? Somebody sent, just yesterday I sent Chief Jet a message and I'm like, Chief, I forgot to claim my Solana Seeker phone already. Can you send me the link? I don't even know where the hell it is anymore because I get so busy and I miss things sometimes. So the IHodlLife community is a massive resource tool, massive. Even for me, even though you guys think I'm the resource, the IHodlLife community is way more powerful than I could ever be because it's a collective of so many different people. So I really encourage you guys to join our community Discord. The link is, of course, in the top of my TikTok page. What are my thoughts on IONET? I think IONET is a good potential new cryptocurrency protocol. I don't know how great they are yet. I do see that they are working with some other companies outside of just building on the protocol as far as raising funds and doing grants and things like that. So I think they have a bright future. I don't know where to scale them yet as they're too new, too young, and we're right in the peak of a bull run time frame. So it's very hard to place them as a new crypto right now. This November, it'll be 2 years with Tokenized Financial, and it's honestly been life-changing. Thanks, bro. Well, you know what? Thank yourself. You're the one who chose to use the service. You're the one who chose to book the free 30-minute consultation with me. You're the one that chose to say, yup, here's my fee, I'm in, let's do it. You're the one that chose to make the money. I just helped guide you along the way. GRGO says, what up, Tristan? I hope you're doing well, brother. Well, you know what? I'm doing amazing. You guys know I'm always doing amazing because I choose how I feel. I don't react how I feel based on the world around me. So I'm always doing amazing. I hope you're doing amazing. How much is a good amount to start investing? Not looking for financial advice. Any amount is the right amount to start. I think the minimum you can buy on an exchange is maybe $5 or $10. So that's the minimum amount, I guess. I started my first investment in crypto back in 2016 with $36. In 2015, I was watching crypto. I wanted to buy it. I couldn't afford it, didn't have any money. I was a brokey, 9 to 5, waiting for next paycheck all the time, borrowing and borrowing. And then I decided, you know what, I'm just going to take the plunge and I'm going to go and make an investment. And I didn't tell anyone because I was embarrassed. It was only $36. But that $36 changed my life. And it wasn't I invested 36 and it blew up like a lottery ticket. That's not what happened. What happened is it put me on a path of adding another 25 and another 25 and another 36 and another 50. And over a period of time between 2015 to today, everything in my life is completely different. And I live the life that I want to now in only a 10-year window. From being a brokey to the life of my dreams, literally within a 10-year window or less. And everyone can do that. I'm not special. I don't have a magic wand. I don't have a golden gift or something. I don't, everyone. You have the same tools and gifts. In fact, you probably even have greater tools and gifts. Are your eyes brown? Because you have a lot more power than the next person. So the amount that you should start investing, 24K, is the amount that you can afford. Look at your budget that you have every month and try to build into it $50 to put into crypto every time I get paid, which ideally is every 2 weeks. So let's call it twice a month, just on an average. Twice a month, $20 I'm going to put in, or twice a month, $100. You build out of your budget what you can afford or what makes sense. And sometimes if you look at your budget and you're like, shit, I'm not able to fit any money into my crypto portfolio, then what you need to make is you need to make lifestyle changes. You need to change the budget you spend on your groceries. You need to change the budget on how many times you buy coffee out instead of drinking coffee at home. You need to change about stupid little things that you spend so that you can afford to tweak your life to free up $25 every 2 weeks so you can invest in crypto. Because that freeing up of $25, the small increments you change in your life, is opening a doorway, opening a gateway to the life that you've always wanted. It's consistent. It's not a lottery ticket. It's consistency. Once again, rich people, broke people. One guy has assets, one guy doesn't. It's fucking cut and dry. VeChain and Sui are both really, really great cryptocurrencies. VeChain is a layer 1 blockchain working to be a supply chain module, and Sui is a brand new, revolutionary new layer 1, and so far this year, one of the best gainers. Big shout out to the Sui network so far. Do I think a person should still keep IONET? I can't tell you that. I would recommend use the broker services to get answers on what cryptos you should have in your portfolio. And if you are a brokered client, then you already know how to communicate with the team. I know, isn't it funny? People like Tango, it's just like, Sui. They don't even ask a good question. It's not even like, what do you think about Sui? Or do you think Sui's the best new layer 1? Or how does Sui stack up versus? It's not even a good question. It's just Sui with a question mark and then spam. This shows me the quality of the person asking the question. I can tell by how they ask the question, this is the person who's led in the crypto space by all the dummy influencers. What about this one? What about that one? Okay, I got it. I got some. Yeah, I got it. Oh, it's pumping. I got some. Yeah, I bought some of that too. Oh, but what about that one? Oh, but because they don't even put any time or context. It's just so short. Sui question, and then spam. Like, you can't even wait a few seconds for someone to answer your question. This is how I can recognize that character or that person. For the person who was spamming Sui, I really caution you on your investment strategy because you're probably going to burn yourself. Slow it down. Slow yourself down. You're chasing the casino and you're going to burn yourself. What do I think of XCN and Swift? I think Onyx Coin's amazing. XCN, I shouted those guys out about 2 years ago and told you they're working with JP Morgan and you should be holding this, just like I'm telling you today, you should be holding some Ondo, also working with BlackRock. These are big names, big companies, so you should be paying attention to that. And for 2 years, nothing happened. And then this past, I don't know, October-ish, somewhere around there, it went up like a 5 or 10 times. And a lot of people made a lot of fucking money. Might even win more than that. I don't know. I don't always pay attention to how much each one's going up because my portfolio is quite vast. But it had quite a huge increase just over this past 2025 season. And we sat on it for 2 years with nothing, which is proof in the pudding that you guys need to buy a crypto and stop asking, do you still believe in it? And it's not even 3 years old yet. You just need to fucking have patience. Just relax and have some goddamn patience, everyone. Stop asking, do you still believe in it? Every time someone says to me, do you still believe in it? I'm gonna ask you, is your crypto 48 months old yet? Have you owned it for 48 months? Because if it's not, don't fucking ask me that. Ask yourself. What is Sui? Sui is a layer 1 blockchain. Yes, the 4-year cycle will still continue after this run, 100%. How do you make money on your crypto if you're not selling it? You leverage it. $1 million in Bitcoin, stake it, earning $6,000 a month. Pay your rent, pay your bills, still have a couple extra grand a month to invest and buy even more. Assets just keep growing. You're winning money, you're not spending money. Once you grow assets big enough, wealth is just wealth on top of wealth on top of wealth on top of wealth. New money that comes in is never spent on anything other than buying more asset. You don't actually bring any money in to buy something. Everything that you buy is already bought from your asset money. from borrowing against or leveraging your asset money, supplying liquidity, lending liquidity, staking against liquidity, borrowing against your liquidity. All of those come into play. Getting yourselves financially literate is an important thing for you to do in the crypto space. You start by gathering, you start by hodling, you educate a little bit by staking, you grow a little bit further by getting involved in the crypto space. As one bull run comes and you try a few DeFi options and you start earning a little passive income, and incrementally you learn how to grow asset wealth, hold asset wealth, and multiply asset wealth. And new money coming in never pays your bills, it just goes towards new asset. So that's how you're making money in crypto. And don't get me wrong, Polo 3, don't get me wrong. Stacking crypto changed my life dramatically, but I still work. I'm still here every Sunday putting in 3 hours explaining crypto. Why? Because it grows my page, grows my income, allows me to continue to make money so I can continue to keep buying more assets and grow and grow and grow. Could I retire right now and go hide away on some beach somewhere and live pretty decent for the rest of my life? Sure I could, but that's not what I want to do. I want to build, I want to grow, I want to become bigger, I want to become better, I want to help other people do the same. So there's not really a limit to it, if that makes sense. So don't think that I'm just going to buy crypto, it's going to grow, and now I don't have to work again. Well, you probably still will work. You just won't have to work again. You work again, but you don't have to. There's a difference. Like I said, when I get up in the morning, whenever the fuck I feel like it. 6 a.m., sure, going to my office. 10 a.m., sure, going to my office. Don't feel like going to my office today. I feel like going to a coffee shop and sitting down and putting my feet up. That's what I do. Is there times where I'm grinding and I can't even get a second to myself because I have so much going on? Of course, I'm still working. But I'm doing my work, my time, my schedule. Does that make sense? It's different. So don't get fooled about, I made a whole bunch of money and now I'm just sauntering around the world off these millions. That's not necessarily the case. Although I could probably do that, the truth is that's not where life ends. Not when you're a builder, not when you're a creator, not when you have purpose and reason. And when you get to that point, that won't be the end of your purpose or reason either. It'll just be a stepping stone for your next opportunity, your next level of who you are or what you're going to do. You know what, Smile, you're very welcome. I'm glad you enjoyed my personal story because my personal story is a really good example for anybody to change their life. I was a 9-to-5, broke ass, couldn't even keep a real job, didn't finish school or go to any school. I have no piece of paper or accolade that says I'm a professional at this or I'm good at that. So when it came to education, college or university, I barely made it to grade 10 in high school before they threw me out of every fucking high school that I was in. So as far as educational process goes, it's not like I went and I got some golden accolade that made me have an advantage over you. It's actually quite contrary. So that's where the proof in the pudding becomes that I'm not something special, better than you, smarter than you, faster than you, know more than you. That's not the truth. I might be more in tune with things, which allows me to gather knowledge than you are because you're blocking it with certain things in your lifestyle. But that doesn't mean I'm better or more capable than you. You actually likely have more skills and more capabilities than I do. And I believe in you. I believe in your capabilities. I believe that you can change your life with a methodical plan, not thinking that you're getting into a lottery ticket. So I hope that my personal story really helps you with your personal story, Smile, because I believe anyone watching this live right now can incrementally put a small amount of money aside in crypto and over the next 5 to 10 years of their life be in a same position where I'm at, where they wake up in the morning whenever they feel like it. I really do believe that genuinely in my heart, which is 50% behind why I do what I do. I have enough already. I do what I do because I want to see others have what I have too. I want to see that freedom spread. Do I think the 4-year cycle will continue? Yes, I will. Any thoughts on RSR? RSR is a very, very good cryptocurrency in Latin America. It's used for a lot of payment rails in Latin America, so it should stay pretty stable as far as price value because of that. But worldwide adoption will be minimal. So it's, I don't know how great or bad that is, but it does have a real world use case, a real world value, and a long-term potential. It was a different tango. You're welcome, Sherry Glam Makeup. You'll always find it very straightforward right here on this channel. We don't sugarcoat anything. We're not shilling you or selling you anything. Yes, I want you to go to my store. Yes, I want you to buy my clothing brand, but I'm not bullshitting about that. I'm not hiding that. This is my clothing brand. Yes, it promotes me and my company and my brand when you buy it. So yes, go do that. But there's no sugarcoating. There's no bullshit. I'm not here to sell you anything as far as those stuff goes. Yes, I want you to promote my company, my brand, and my community, but I'm here for the purpose of navigating the crypto space. You'll find all the education that you need to be new and onboard into the crypto or become a pro and harness and tune yourself to become the best in the crypto space, all right here in this community. And why not rep some clothes along the way? Would I give my thoughts on Sonic and Shadow Exchange? Neither one of those are on my radar. I wouldn't recommend either. Sonic has done some pretty cool things, but I still don't recommend it. And as far as the payment platform, or as far as their exchange, sorry, I don't recommend that at all. Too new, too young, too volatile. I don't believe you can stake XCN, Gorilla. You better be careful you're not getting scammed with a fake staking site. Means somebody messaged you, told you to go stake your XCN, which means they just stole your money and you think it's staked because they created a fake website showing you fake information. As far as I know, you cannot stake Onyx Coin. So you better go double check that, Gorilla Hustle. You might be getting scammed. So I have Bitcoin, and then what? You educate yourself. That's the next step. Look at you guys at 170,000 likes. You guys are animals out there. Animals tapping that screen. Is Bitcoin and crypto the same? Yes, Bitcoin is one of about 1 million cryptos that are out there. And different cryptos have different use cases. None of them are trying to be a US dollar. If you guys are looking for a niche or looking for a way to build a business, crypto and Web3 is the way. Learning AI is the way. Learning about blockchain is the way. There's blockchain courses, there's AI courses. These are the things that you should be training on right now, or encouraging your kids to be training on right now, because this is the wave of the future. Just like in 1980, the best thing you could be teaching yourself about would be the internet. The best thing your kids could have been educating themselves about would have been the internet. Today, the best thing they could be educating themselves, or you could be educating yourself about, is crypto, blockchain, and AI. What about Pepe? As I mentioned earlier, Pepe is probably one of the best, most promising cryptocurrencies on the Ethereum blockchain, even though Shiba Inu is really probably the best one since inception. Doge was the first, but I would say Shiba did it better. Shiba's more the big dog. And I would say Pepe's the new kid on the block that may have some good volatility, which means it could have some good upside. It might just filter off over time. What is your strategy? My strategy is hodling. IHodlLife. Me, Tristan, the person. Hodl, what am I doing? I'm holding my crypto. I'm not selling it. I'm holding it, trying to stack as much as I can forever. Just like a basement full of gold. I just want to keep stacking it. I don't really want to ever sell any of it. And then life. Life is what changes. You're starting a golf, clothing, and apparel company. How do I incorporate crypto into it? Well, you send me an email. The link is in the top of my TikTok page. And I put you in contact with our distributor company in Texas that builds the smart chips into our clothing, so that you can then take your golf clothing, your golf brand, and put it on the blockchain. So now your customers can order that golf shirt or that hat or those golf shoes or whatever it might be, but there's a computer chip built into it, so they can now just tap it. It'll open up the ability for them to make an NFT on the blockchain. And now, because the NFT is on the blockchain, you could do cool things like release an NFT saying anyone else who has an NFT gets a 5% discount, which means if you bought my clothes in the past, the NFT in your wallet will equal a 5% discount on your next purchase. The engagement factor that the NFT creates as a medium between you and the customer opens up a whole world of engagement that never existed before. So your traditional brand, you're selling to your golf customers. The only difference is you take the technology technology of it with a computer chip and you put it on the blockchain, which means Tristan is your customer. I buy that golf polo, and on the blockchain, there's an NFT now saying Tristan owns this golf polo. So you have a digital ID representation. And now let's say you have a sale on Saturday. Anybody who has an NFT because they've bought in the past can just walk in, scan the NFT and get a discount that the other guy can't get because he doesn't have an NFT to scan. You don't even need to keep track of it. It did it itself already on the blockchain. And now I can be like, look, I love this golf brand. Look, there's 2 polos that I bought last year. Here's the racket that I bought. There's the 2 gloves that I bought. Excuse me, Mr. Manager, I'm a really big customer of your store, so I really want to get in on this 5% discount that I missed my... Do you understand how this can grow? So this also gives people a virtual closet on their phone of all the golf stuff that they bought from your place. So he's out on the golf course and his buddy's like, man, that's a nice polo. Where'd you get it? Actually, it's right here in my closet. And if you touch it, it'll open up the website and you can buy it and then I'll get paid commission because you bought it off of my app. And that feature is coming very soon, this 2026, to our smart clothes as well. So you can get all those features, Steve, simply by coming to IHodlLife, and we'll show you how to Web3 your brand through our partners at NFTreasure/Trezor. The strategy that broke me from a job was hustling. Working my job, taking my paycheck and taking a little bit and putting into crypto, little putting into crypto, little putting into crypto. Eventually my crypto grew so big I was like, I just don't need to come to work anymore. Sorry, I'm not coming anymore. I don't need that paycheck anymore because this is big enough now and I can leverage that. I can now stake some of it and earn income. I can now sell a little bit of it and buy like 2 years of my life to build a business and grow other ways to make money instead of the measly little paycheck that I was getting, which is what I did. Started to live off of my big stack of asset, launched my own company, IHodlLife, launched my own clothing line. So now I make some money off the sales of my clothing line, off of my TikTok channel, people paying me to promote product, so on and so forth. So now a new line of income has come into my life while I got out of that 9-to-5 thumb on my head making somebody else rich job, all by going through that process and plan. So that's how that evolution happens, and for each person it will be uniquely different. So the strategy that broke me was the same strategy I kept all along. That broke me out of that clutch and into what I want now. And now I probably work more than a 9-to-5. I work from the time I wake up to the time I go to sleep now, but everything's mine and on my time and when I want, and when something succeeds, it's me that makes the money, not somebody else. Of course, when gold came out in the 1930s, it was suppressed. In fact, there was a time in the past when gold actually became illegal because the world financial recognized that we're going to use gold as a backing for everything in the world, as a pegged value. And because of that, we can't let normal people have it because it won't go up in value too much. So they made everyone sell their gold back to the government. It was literally illegal to have gold in those days. And the same thing will happen to Bitcoin at one point. When Bitcoin really does become the reserve value for all the countries in the world, there will come a time where Bitcoin will become illegal for the everyday person to have. And you will be forced to sell it back to the government. They will be the only ones who will get to have it. And then down the road, once the price has gone up and then balanced, then you'll be allowed to buy back in because you're just the peon little people at the bottom end. You're not allowed to get wealthy. And the government will make sure of that. You should not be staking your crypto right now. If you wish to cash or convert your crypto out in this bull run in Q4, you better not have your crypto staked or you're going to be waiting 20 days to get it out of your staking before you can do anything with it. I have no answer that you want, Glenn DeLong. Your question is, what's your personal outlook for a true breakout for crypto? So what you're really saying is, what's it going to go to? How much money will I make? I can't answer these questions for you. Patience and just wait, my friend. This is not an answer any of us have. This is an answer that we all anticipate. That's why we're investors. We anticipate doing this is going to get us somewhere here, but we don't know where here is, and we don't know really what the road's going to look like between here and there. We just think that that's the outcome. And we may or may not be right out of 6 out of 10 of everything in our portfolio. And this is where patience just comes in. There is no real right answer for that until we get there. There is no staking for XRP or XLM right now. Anyone who's trying to get you to stake your XRP or your XLM, be caution. They're probably sending you to a fake staking site. No, XRP is not a better, much improved Bitcoin. This is false. That's like saying, here's a basketball, and then building in a Rubik's Cube. and saying, here's a better basketball because it's in a Rubik's Cube. No, it's something completely different. It has nothing to do with being a better basketball. It's a Rubik's Cube. Oh, but it's smarter and you can turn it. You can't turn the basketball. Yeah, but you can't bounce the Rubik's Cube either. Just like you can't store the world's currencies pegged to the value of XRP, but you can do it to Bitcoin. But you can't build smart contracts and oilify the world through creativity and construction and operation and moving money like you can with XRP, like you can with Bitcoin. Why? Because one's a fucking basketball and one's a Rubik's Cube. So no, the Rubik's Cube is not a better basketball. No, XRP is not a better Bitcoin. They're two completely separate entities that have completely separate purposes and use cases. It's like trying to say, oh, well, my car is a better rifle than your rifle. What? It's a car. This is a rifle. They're not even the same thing. Bitcoin and XRP are not the same thing. Bitcoin is a store of value. XRP is something we build out of, like digital oil. Just like gold and oil is not the same thing. Bitcoin is digital gold. XRP is digital oil. Once again, not the same thing. Therefore, one is not the better or lesser or greater or anything because they're not in competition with each other. You're just foolish enough to put them in competition to think, oh, but XRP's fast when I send it from here to here, so it's better, because you don't really understand the use case of either one of them. You bought lots of Cockinu last year following me? Well, that's good. I love how you said that. I love how he says, I bought quite a lot of Cockinu last year following you! Exclamation, 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 exclamation. Which what he's really saying, because I read between the lines, what he's really saying is I bought a whole bunch of Cockinu, probably more than I should have bought because I got emotional about it. And the price has now gone down. And it's because of you, Tristan. You're the reason that I... Well, too fucking bad for you. You should have made your own decision then. You should have took my information and you said, really, Tristan? Well, I'm going to go challenge that and go prove to myself whether I think buying that Cockinu is a good idea or not. And I'm also going to remember Tristan saying that 6 out of 10 of our portfolio is going to do good and 4 out of 10 of them are going to smack us in the face and burn us because that's part of the crypto game. So if you got foolish and put all your eggs into one basket and it happened to be one of the 4 out of the 10 that didn't do well, even though we don't know that about Cockinu yet, again, this all falls on you. But I still love all the exclamation marks as if you're kind of digitally pointing a finger like, well, you told me to buy it, and you're the reason I held it, and you're the reason that it's down, and you're the reason that the founders are selling Lambo crypto instead of pushing the project forward like they should. It's all you, Tristan. I encourage you to take some responsibility upon yourself. I openly tell the world that when Cockinu came out, I was all over it. To this day, it's still the #1 meme coin on the #1 layer blockchain in the world. That has value to it. Am I worried because the founders have kind of let off the gas a little bit? Yes, I am a little. That discourages me a little bit. But am I going to panic? I don't believe in it anymore because it's not even fucking 3 years old on the market yet? Nope, because I'm not an idiot. Haven't even gone through the bull cycle yet, and you're already like, oh, but I bought it because of you, and it's down. Too fucking bad. Go fucking cry about it, bro. Hit that like and follow. Comes with Kleenex. Talk about Gala. Gala is garbage, Hassan. I do not recommend Gala Games. Gala Games was a hype. That's what they were. In 2021, Gala Games sold a huge hype, or should I say the crypto community sold the crypto community a big Gala hype. And then it all came crashing back down, just like I told you guys right from the get-go. How many of you were back there with me at that time when I told you, stay away from this, guys? And how many people got burned? And how many people followed me and didn't get burned? Can I grab a camera for the Lamar Jackson edit? Nope, sure can't. And now watch. The same people who bought that Cockinu, it's not even fucking 2 years old yet, and they're like, oh, but it's down and it's all your fault, is the same people who bought XCN 2 years ago when I told them to, and they're like, oh, but it's down, and then they got rid of it and missed their opportunity for a 10, 20, 30 times on it. Because they just can't put in the time in the game yet. We haven't even hit the bull cycle yet, and they're already blaming me for their crypto being down. At any point in the bull run, if you're blaming me for your portfolio, you got issues. Because you were not making your own decisions and you need to smack the fuck out of yourself. Coach JV shared the live. Well, at least the scammers are sharing the live. I mean, at least that's nice. He's a scammer, but at least he's sharing the live. So thanks for sharing the live, scammers. Once again, guys, if anyone named Coach JV is messaging you, he's a scammer. If anyone named IHodlLife is messaging you, it's an impersonation of my account and they're a scammer. If anyone named Calvin Hill, Blockchain Bullhorn, Coach Ty, or any of the main influencers out there is messaging you, it's just somebody with a fake impersonating account. It's not them. But thanks again for sharing the live, scammers. How many years did it take? Well, I started buying crypto in 2015. Now keep in mind though, that was only $36 and then $25. And then by the time I went through the 2017 bull run, I think I had maybe $3,000, maybe if that. And that jumped to about $50,000. And that's where my path began. The best thing that I didn't do is I didn't take that money, cash it out and go buy something with it and be like, woohoo, I win. Instead, I recognized, how did I just turn 3,000 into like 50 G's? How did I do that? Doesn't that mean that if I don't spend it, I could turn the 50 into like 800 G's? Like, doesn't that make sense to me? That's what I thought. If I could do that, then why not this? So I didn't spend it. I didn't be stupid about it. I didn't be like, woo, lottery ticket. And then my 50 G's became 500 G's. And then one more bull cycle, 2021, you can imagine the numbers. And now you wonder why I still sit here confidently and calmly and just tell you guys to hodl on. Stop freaking the fuck out and just hodl on. So much that I launched my own company and brand over it. And you're still wondering, is it a thing? What do I think of Elastos? I think it's stretchy. Prediction on VeChain. Sorry guys, I don't do predictions. Nobody knows what price something's really going to go to. How do you stake crypto? Well, generally you'll have an app on your phone, which is a wallet, and it will have a feature in there that allows you to stake some money that you have in that wallet, which means press a button, choosing stake, choosing what pool, which could be any pool, and then how much of your crypto you want to stake, and then you just press a button, it stakes it for you, and now you're earning a passive income because you've supplied liquidity. And if I'm a financial institution and you've supplied me liquidity, the more liquidity somebody supplies or a community supplies, the bigger my ability to lend and borrow, which means I make more money, which means I can give you a reward. What a funny comment. So I have Bitcoin, then what? Wait. Wait. Not sure what you're asking me. What's my favorite crypto? I don't really have a favorite. My favorite will be IHodlLife crypto when we launch our own blockchain. Is Bonk a good investment? I think Bonk is the best meme coin on the Solana blockchain, so yes. Can I explain stalking? Nope, I'm not a stalker. Sorry about that. Meme coins say it all? I don't know what you mean by that. Quit laughing at me, guys. Quit laughing at me. Quit laughing at my shenanigans. We're going to start winding down the live today, guys. So if you have crypto questions that you want to ask, anything specific in the Web3 space, now's your chance. And while we're winding down the live and you guys are dropping your last few comments, I'll just give you a little bit of a rehash, a reminder for anyone who wants to join the IHodlLife community meet. This is our first year doing it. People are coming in from different places around the world to meet in Toronto, Ontario, Canada, Friday, August the 22nd, and you do have to have your name on the list if you want to attend the evening festivities. We are going to be on a pirate ship on the harbor in Toronto, and if you want to get on the boat, it's absolutely free. I've prepaid for everybody, but that's why I need to have a head count because it's paid for how many people are going to attend. So if I don't know you're coming, I can't prepay for you, you won't get on the boat. So Friday, August 22nd, Toronto, Ontario, Canada, on the harbor. Make sure to let me know so I can get your name on the guest list. And we will be staying at the Pan Pacific Hotel in North Toronto. So all you guys can call the Pan Pacific Hotel, let them know that you're with the IHodlLife group, and they will issue you a discount, and they will also issue you free parking for the time that you're there for anyone who is there with a car. Yes, Alfred von Piffel, hold until September of 2035. Did you hear what I said? Hold until September, that's correct, of 2035. How do you research different cryptos? Great question, Brian. One of the best questions yet today. CoinMarketCap is one of the first places you guys should go to make sure that it's listed on there, that it's a real crypto. And then you should be checking out its history, its token address, so that when you go buy it somewhere, you can check it against the token address to make sure it's the right one, not an imitation one. So CoinMarketCap is the first thing you guys should have saved on your computer or your phones to go research a crypto. The second place you should go is to the actual crypto's website to find out who are they, who's their team, does their website look like a bunch of scammers put it together? Do they look like a real company? Do they have any faces or names on their website? How long have they been out? Is there any spelling errors on a lot of scam sites? You're going to notice the spelling is always mistaken. They can't get their English right. So be very cautious of those things. So first thing you want to do is go check CoinMarketCap, go check the actual website, and then you start taking in all the hearsay information. And once you take in all the hearsay information, you generate your own comments about it. You generate your own idea about it. And of course, always bring anything you want here Sunday and ask me, and I'll give you my honest opinion on it. That's right, Gorilla. It's digital assets that we're investing in here, not a currency. People still think that, Bitcoin and XRP are fighting to be the next US dollar, which they're not. They don't understand. That's just a new digital era of the stock market. But they will in time. Just like everybody uses a phone on the internet with apps on their phone, everybody's soon going to have a phone running on the blockchain with dApps on their phone, which means they're going to be using all of this stuff whether they like it or not. Their Shopify is going to be replaced with some blockchain-based something. Their Spotify that they listen to is going to be replaced with blockchain-based Audius, and so on and so forth. Their Netflix that they use is going to be replaced with OmniFlix on the blockchain. Everything's just going to move on-chain, but the same operability that people use on a day-to-day level. Most of the world will incorporate blockchain, crypto, and Web3 and not even know it. It's just their normal, just like they incorporated the internet, which was Web2, but they didn't even know what Web2 was. All they knew is what? I can get an email now? I can have a website now? That's all they knew. We do have a few prizes to draw. Thank you for reminding me, Switch. Let's get into the prize room. If you guys are not in our IHodlLife community Discord already, I encourage you to join our Discord. The link is in the top of my TikTok page. And we are going to give away some prizes. Every week we're giving away free prizes. The prizes are free to enter. So feel free to join our prizes in our Discord and win some free shit just because. So what are we giving away today? Ending in 35 seconds is 2,000 IHodl points. I'm going to go pull that one right now. Switch. Drawing the prize for 2,000 IHodl points right now in our Discord. And it is guessing, or I guess spinning the names right now. And the winner is, drum roll. And the winner is, are you going to tell me? We're waiting. Still waiting. Board Genius. You are no longer bored because you have 2,000 IHodl points. Board Genius, congratulations. You are the winner of this week's IHodl points. You just won 2,000 IHodl points that can be used inside the community. And we also have our quarterly prize to give away today. Now, this is a really important one. This is a prize that we only give away every so often, and this is a 1-year access to the IHodlLife Insiders. So inside our community Discord, there's a private room called the Insiders where I give signals, buy signals, sell signals, introduction to new projects, pay attention to this, what's going on, just updates of what's going on in the crypto space that you may or may not want, all within one little private room. And that room costs $200 a year to get into it because the information in there is very good. Costs $200 a year. Somebody today is going to enter for free. You're going to get 1-year access, which is $200 value, absolutely free. So let's draw that one. See entries for the confirm draw. So this is for the 1 year worth of insiders. This is a $200 value, guys. Congratulations to the winner. Let's see who it's going to be. It is drawing the winner right now as we speak. Drum roll one more time. And the winner is OBG for life. OBG is back on top. He was here about a couple months ago taking all the prizes. And here he is back on top winning a free year worth of IHodlLife insiders. Once again, that's a $200 value. Congratulations, Obi. You just earned a free year of insiders. Yes, Tangent Wallet is Web3. All crypto wallets are technically Web3. Best wallet to store IOTA? There isn't one. You should only stake a percentage of your crypto, not all of it. Where is the safest to keep your cryptocurrency? Offline, CC. You should be using an offline self-custody wallet. Link is in the top of my TikTok page to order one under the Smart Wallets link. And I recommend the one that looks like a coin. It's round and it's silver. It looks like a coin, called the V20, Victory 20. Congratulations, Board Genius. Congratulations, OBG, on your wins today. There's no specific exchange that's the best one, Lopez, S. Lopez. It depends on where you're located. If you're in the US, try Uphold. If you're in Canada, try Crypto.com or Coinbase. If you're in the UK, try Prime XBT or MEXC. Look at that, guys. You just hit 200,000 likes today. Congratulations. You guys are awesome. Thank you for doubling up my goal. My goal was 100,000, as you guys know, and we hit 200,000. You guys are awesome. Thank you so much for your love. Thank you for everyone that sent me heart me's today. Thank you for everyone who touched the screen. Thank you for boosting my page. I appreciate all of you very much. As much as you appreciate my knowledge and my info, I appreciate all of you being here every Sunday supporting me. The SecuX V20 is not rapid delivery. It'll probably take 3 or 4 weeks to get to you. Way to go, Board Genius. Congratulations. What will bring in the mass population to crypto? I think what crypto has really missed so far is culture. I think that's why meme coins are the most explosive, because they're the closest to culture. But I think that everyone in the crypto space is just building infrastructure, and they're ignoring identity, culture, and lifestyle, which is why IHodlLife is a lifestyle brand. You guys know I talk about this all the time. We're not just a brand, we're a whole lifestyle. And there's a real truth behind that. And that's the lifestyle aspect that crypto's missing. And that's what IHodlLife Rewards Chain is going to bring. We're going to bring to the world the cultural identity and loyalty layer that current blockchain infrastructure is missing. So get ready for that. Thank you for all the taps. I appreciate you guys very much. Michelle, if you found this informative, I encourage you to hit that like and follow. I'm very happy that you stumbled across this live. The reason that you did is because people were sending me heart me's and tapping the screen. Those two actions help share my live on more For You pages. That's likely how I showed up on your page. So don't thank anyone other than the crypto community themselves who are putting in the time tapping the screen and are putting in that one coin every time to send me a heart me so that we can expand and we can show up on more people's For You pages. So that's how you ended up here, Michelle. So when you're here following along, don't forget to hit that like and follow. Remember to tap that screen and send a heart me when you join in on my lives, because you might be sharing my live to another new person who hasn't found us yet. Thanks, Dean_BC Boy. I appreciate your good words. Thank you so much. I do hold integrity very high, and I work hard toward it all the time. So thank you for saying that. Thank you for recognizing it. Do I think November, December is going to be the alt season? It's going to be in that window, potentially, yes. Look at that. I have now made it to the bottom of the chat. That's it for questions and comments today, ladies and gentlemen. Thank you all for coming out to my live. When you leave my live today, I'll send you home with some good positivity. When you leave my live today, we're going to go back to the basics today. We've talked last week, I was telling you guys to focus on what you're thinking about and what you're feeling, because when you think, you have electrical signals going out into the world, and when you feel, you're magnetizing back those electrical signals you sent out into the world. And we talked about trying to focus on your thoughts. We talked about trying to focus on resonating or embodying the human you want to be, not the human you currently are, and that's how you incrementally change your reality. This time, I want you to back it up to basics. This week, until you guys see me next week, I want you to go down to the basics. Working at some of those levels can be mind straining. It could be, I'm trying to change, alter, do this, do that, but I'm not really seeing any change in my life yet because it's such a short time. So I want you to go back to basics just a little bit. And this week, until you see me next week, I just want you guys to remember that you choose your mood. The only thing you have to do between now and next week is at every moment of your day, I want you to remember, I, Tristan Schroeder, am in charge of my attitude right now. I choose if I'm happy. I choose if I'm grumpy. I choose if the action that anyone in my life decided to let me be angry or happy or sad or bad, which means I am in control. I want you guys to remind yourself this week that you are in control of how you feel. It's not a reaction. It's not, oh, fucking Uber driver was late. It's not, oh, he cut me off, so now I'm angry. It's not, my boss was a dickhead today, so now my day sucks. That's how foolish people live their lives. I encourage you to genuinely be you, despite what's going on in the world, instead of choosing who you are based on what's going on in the world. Instead, just choose who you are first. Be who you want to be first. Choose your happiness first. Choose patience, integrity, calmness, pious character. Choose it first, even though we know life's going to get in the way and it's going to get us off path. So when you leave my life today, remember to choose how you feel. More importantly, remember that how you feel is your choice, is your power. So if you're sitting there doing this at any time between now and next Sunday, you have to realize that you are choosing this. Go ahead and do it, but you're choosing it. Be aware of that. And the more you become aware that you're choosing it, because we're all still going to go through bad moods, but the more you become aware of it, the more you'll become in control of choosing before something makes you get bad, before something makes you upset, before something even has the power to govern an alteration in your mood, because you've grown so resilient to just choosing how you feel already. Like anything, it's a working out of a muscle. So choose who you are, choose how you're going to be, and exude that without the effects of the world around you. Let the world be affected by you instead. When you wake up in the morning, ask yourself, who am I? Who am I today? Jared Hershey, when you wake up in the morning, ask yourself, who is Jared Hershey today? Am I Jared Hershey who's a coward and feels low and doesn't feel good enough? Or am I Jared Hershey who's going to go out and I'm going to take control of that day because I know deep inside me there's more power than I even know how to use, and just knowing that helps me lean towards using it. And Jared, I just used you as an example. This goes for all of you. So when you wake up in the morning, guys, choose who you are. Choose what version of yourself you are. And if you don't like the version that you are right now, then when you look in that mirror in the fucking morning, you see the version that you want to be. When I wake up and I look in the mirror, I see the version of Tristan Schroeder who built the Mirror Net, and he's a multi-billion-dollar, worldwide known, followed, studied person. That's who I believe I am. And nobody will change that from my mindset. Therefore, that will be my existence. When you wake up in the morning, choose who you are. And stop letting the world decide it for you. You tell the world, this is what I am, this is who I am, this is how I feel, and you get to react to me, not me react to you. I get to affect you, I get to radiate you, you don't get to pull me down. Different game now. Different game because I know who I am. See you, everyone. Have a wonderful weekend. Remember to go out into the world and be kind to the world around you. Remember to hold yourself to the highest integrity. Remember that you're never going to be perfect and you're always going to fuck up. Always. Just remember to be man enough or woman enough to catch yourself and try to fix it. Sometimes we get embarrassed, we don't want to admit it to people. Just try to fix it anyway. Try to be different. Try to be more pious. Try to be better. Try to recognize next time it happens, so maybe you don't do it that way again. Just try the effort towards betterment in every little incremental way that you can. Your life will change. You will change. The embodiment of who you wish to be will become more apparent to you. See you, everyone. Have a wonderful day. Big love for you here at IHodlLife. Don't forget to hit that like and follow. I'll see you guys next Sunday.